spinning. Spin, 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 spin.
All right, we are back with session 49. Yes. And it has been about 2 weeks for us, so we are all trying to review our notes real quick to figure out what's happening. But I'm going to leave it to our little rapscallion gangster thug of a rogue, Hatala.
Okay. All right. So last time, Akar specifically had the Spirit Stone of Nathaniel to see if the dreams would transfer from Core to him. We were traveling, and as we got into camps, a couple of our folks listened around and learned more about the impending plague and things that were going on around the towns and how they were shutting down, and just all these different things, and also how the animals were acting different and they seem to be either affected by the disease or it's something else. We're not quite sure. We continued our journey and went on to the town of Bastul, where we really kind of began this adventure in its full uh, movement. But in that we ran into some goblins who uh, continued to give us information about their goblins friends or whatever, though those that have the purple. Something we need to remember: purple sign is good, and hopefully the bad ones don't recognize this information. uh, we check out Payton's hole. Well, I'll say Needup's hole, but it is Payton's hole. He decided Needup named that his name backwards for some weird reason, and that is why it's called Payton's hole. But the animals were acting funny and it was all boarded up and things, so we decided to try to get in there, and eventually we found out there's people in there and they were trying, they were scared of us or whatever and scared of what was going on. We decided to send them home via portal, and we decided to check out the area and found within one of the oddest things that I think we have run into, but in this is that Core was chosen in some way, and he now has a circlet around his head with a red stone inside, and can seem to understand elementals or things beyond nature. We don't really quite understand what's going to go on there. He wants to talk to Debbie about that. Uh, we also had a small encounter with a little boy who was trying to break into our stuff. May have been nothing. Who knows? May have been everything. We don't actually know. It could be the who knows.
Yep. Hatala may have
Anyway,
just set him up on a life of crime.
and with all this wonderful and great stuff we talking about here, there was a warning on the door that said, hey, don't touch this stuff. Basically didn't really say that. If it said that, we wouldn't have done it, but we touched the stuff and it was cursed, and we made the sign better. That's what we did. I'm not going to really go into details about any more of what happened with that, but you can watch the last episode if you want to know that. Anyway, here we go. Let's continue on. We need to figure out what's going on with Core, how he's the chosen one, or what the heck of this circlet is, and maybe what his connection to the stones or creation is. And Hatala needs some healing.
And I will throw out a quick shout out. I updated a car. He is a half elf, not an elf, as I had previously mislabeled him. I had updated the overlay a while back, but that crashed and I did not have it, so I finally got that updated.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all are in the chamber still where you found the eye of the Titan. And now that the eye is gone and the fire has freed itself from the room, there's no longer a room consumed by fire, you see that there is a doorway in the back of the room.
Am I?
Or I should say a second doorway.
Are you guys able to come in now? There's
There
no
was
more
a
fire.
fire, now there's not.
There's no more fire, guys. You want to see if you can come in now?
Yeah, I'll head forward. As I
And
do, I say, Eve, can you heal me up, please? As we get over here.
okay. While she's treating you, everyone else wants to examine the room?
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right. The room is thoroughly burnt. All the walls show a lot of sign of fire damage, and this is ancient stone. So the ancient stone has actually been weathered by the fire pretty sufficient. Not enough to go through, but to do a lot of damage. There used to be markings on the wall, but you really can't see them. Most of them have been burnt away. The door in the back of the room has no real markings on it, and it doesn't look like it's the kind of door that can be locked. It looks like it's a deadfall door, and that has fallen.
Can we tell if it was a deadfall from our side or if it's going the other way?
There's no way to tell where it was triggered from.
Okay.
Should be a +10, right?
What?
Yeah.
What material is it made out of?
It's
The
made
door.
of the earthstone. Your guess is it's not super thick because it is made of the magic stone. Based on your dwarven senses, you don't think it's like a giant, like 10 by 10 slab of stone or anything like that. It seems to be a door made of stone that dropped from above.
Do we want to try and see if we can slide it up? And if that doesn't work, I'll see if I can just punch through it.
We getting some squats in today?
I
Yeah.
mean, you are.
There's enough room for 3 people to try lifting.
All right. So Eve, Hatala, Akar,
That'd be the best option.
you go stand over there. We won't do that. All right.
Athletics.
What do we? Yeah.
Athletics for everyone, for the 3 that you're going to use.
Skills.
Good thing that second one doesn't count. Need it because you hit it twice.
I
Winky,
did.
you go assist?
Hey, Winky, you're up here with us too, bud.
I didn't realize I shot it twice.
Is it not working, Eli?
What?
Did you do it?
Roll an athletics check,
You're
man.
trying to lift
Oh.
up the door.
I probably threw him off with my description of the people. He didn't pick up on the depths of nuance that I interlaced.
Because right now, Core and Neetup are lifting, but they're not getting much traction.
That should help.
And then Winky helps, and they finally get the door to move, and you get it to go up into the wall.
Does it lock in place?
You're holding it up currently. Anyone want to make? Yep, the 3 of y'all can make a perception check. No one else can.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, Winky.
Winky's coming out strong.
Yeah. Winky, you notice that there is a latch up hidden inside the top corner of the door that if you flip the bottom, it comes out and holds the door in place. So all you have to do is touch the top and it'll drop down.
I'm gonna tell everyone that soon.
What?
I'm gonna tell everyone that.
Your speech is garbled for some reason.
Yeah, can't hear you well.
I'm going to tell everyone that.
There we go.
All right.
So Core, you
Yeah, I'm gonna punch it then.
all right. And now the door is holding itself up.
Yay.
Hey, it girl, welcome to the stream.
That's Kylie.
Well, I'm trying to stay engaged.
No, you
Outstanding.
good. You good.
Yeah, bud. That's good. Good shout outs, yo. Keep them going.
All right. You have lifted the door, and there is a room on the other side, and it has one of the ancient lights in it. That is glowing softly. It's a very dull illumination, not enough to really see in detail.
Did you say this is was this a room or a tunnel or what was it again?
It's a room. It's another room bigger than the last one.
Okay.
Right now, it's like having a nightlight in the room. There's not much light.
Okay.
So this entrance had a fire titan eye in it, blocked by fire, and now we're in an ancient room Okay,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, as from what I remember, this was not a family vault. We thought it was a family vault door.
This
This
isn't even the vault.
well,
It is.
it is. We
Or is this
went.
the vault?
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
into the family vault door. When we got through there, we
And
realized it's not a family vault. It's actually an ancient
Oh yeah,
outpost.
yeah, yeah. We did make it past that.
And so we got through
I
the.
still had us in Needup's hole for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
Yeah.
we're
In my
we're in
brain. No,
Bastool.
that's
Oh, we can throw up the.
yeah.
see
We
if I
are
can
in
throw up a map for
Bastool,
these people.
underneath the crypt.
That's
Sorry,
right.
I'm gonna try
There,
to-
there goes the guy who gave the recap.
All right, so Payton's Hole is there, and then we are here in Bastool. This is not a clear map because this is my splash screen. I think our GM has a better one. If can you throw
Well,
that up
got
for us?
the world map if you want.
Yes, sir. Please. Outstanding. All right. We can... The wagon went with us, though, right?
No,
Or,
we had
we,
the
we
cart.
left the wagon and we're walking, right?
Yeah,
you're in
we
the
are.
park.
We are on our own.
Yeah,
We
have a
we do
cart.
have a key though that can open to the treehouse on any or threshold.
Correct.
All right, so Bastool is there. I'm going to zoom out so the folks can see our map so far. So Northern Tundra.
Wait, what is that? I don't think we know that's there.
What?
Or is that part of a map that we purchased?
We purchased this.
The southern?
The southern portion.
No, but what was that northern portion?
That was
northern-
one of them that we found. We found one of those from
We found that
W,
in the outpost.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we unlocked
On
this.
the other side of the basement. The basement portal from the tree.
okay, cool.
This is what happens when we take a week off. We're like, wait, what? Hold on, we buried anything.
We know stuff. We know stuff. So that's where we were as well. I would guess.
What?
Is that where we were when we went through the portal?
The southernmost thing on the cliff edge. Do you not see the marker that says the fort?
Yeah, right there.
No.
Well, no, I'm looking at the stream, y'all. Just
Oh,
Right
right
here.
there. Yeah.
the stream is hard to see all that. Okay,
Okay.
I'm there. Looks like there's a little person waving at me behind that mountain.
All right. So you're looking into that dark room. What do you do?
Atala, do we want to stealth in and see if we can't? See
As I
if
say,
anything?
in the top of the room is a central light. It's one of those ancient lights and glowing like a night light.
Is that similar to the sun that previously? In the underground?
No,
cabin?
you've been finding these lights all over ancient ruins. Most of them glow like bright day.
Can I don't have. Can we look around for like a
Yeah, I want to say these are the same lights that we saw
way to
in
turn
the.
up the lights? Some kind of to take it off the dimmer.
You
Right.
don't see any obvious switches anywhere.
Is it on the clap? Anything? No.
No.
Okay.
There's no clapper.
Okay. Did they? Do you guys remember if it responded to voice previously?
Well, the ancients were highly magical, so
Yeah.
Well, the door.
I'm just gonna
the
call
door
out.
back in the hole did, so maybe.
I'm gonna just call out lights brighten.
in what language?
I'm gonna.
Ancient.
All of
I'm gonna
it.
try to garble my way through ancient first, since this is an ancient ruin.
All right, make a society check.
Okay. Why did my thing go away? Sorry, I gotta.
You're essentially doing what my dad is suggesting. He said he thinks Alexa could probably
Yeah.
help with that.
Hey Alexa.
You just got to know the language Alexa uses.
Yeah. There's so many.
And
Okay.
positive that's Payton's kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
He's having
those
a-
screams.
he's having a tough time over there.
Yeah.
All right. You said society. I don't know why.
Somebody's not happy, Peyton.
Okay. You think you now? What was the phrase you were trying to say?
Lights brighten.
Okay. You say that phrase, and nothing happens, but you almost think you hear a sound.
Okay.
Like an echo? Does only he hear it? Or
Well, while he's speaking, you didn't hear it, but
okay.
he did hear it.
Lights on. Try that.
Make another check.
I'm just gonna have to click over here. Where is it? It's alphabetical. I should be able to find it.
Ooh, nice.
You say the phrase perfectly, and the lights turn on at full brightness.
Whoa. All right.
Not 20.
Right. I'm gonna take a quick moment to jot that down to try to record the inflections and start trying to keep up.
Memorize it.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna
You
do.
perfect it. It's built into what you already know now.
Okay, cool. I didn't know
That's
if I
what
was
a
trying
nat
to
20 does.
start building a lexicon or anything.
Yeah, well, he's also got that what's that necklace too, or the choker.
That's why the difficulty is much lower, because the necklace gives him 50% of the language almost.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty cool. That is a boon.
All right. So now the room is fully lit, and you can see that this room is covered in ancient writing, and there are metal books throughout the room, and some gear that has rotted away from time because it looks like it's been there since the ancient empire was strong.
Good metal books, like the kind that we found
Ooh,
in the
yes.
Dwarven temple
See,
or Dwarven.
Yeah.
Because all those books are ancient books, not Dwarven.
Nice.
Right. They just
They
stole the
figured it
tech.
out and used it themselves.
They stargated it.
Well, it's entirely possible they both got it from the same source.
Right. The ancients,
The ancients
like
weren't
Stargate.
The ancients weren't exactly known for inventing everything they did. They were great borrowers of other people. But yes, there are about 4 metal books here and a bunch of writing on the walls. And it looks like there's enough gear for about 4 men, but all that gear has basically totally rotted away from age.
I would like to. I guess I'll start looking at the ancient writings on the wall, and see if I can't
Okay.
do anything with that. Let you guys.
Make your society check while he's doing that.
I'm curious about the gear that's here. I understand that it's rotted, but I'm kind of curious as to what it is and what it might
Make a
entail,
perception
what they would
check.
have had here.
And anyone else who wants to? Well, if more than one person examines it, it'll disintegrate when you examine it. So
Well then,
Ooh.
okay, Core's reading the walls. Hatala's examining the gear. What's everyone else want to do? The others need to make perception checks if they want to look around the room to see what else
Yeah.
is.
I want to see if there's any other entrances or exits to this room.
perception checks.
Oh, dang it. Where'd my character go? There it is.
Car, Eve, Nita, you're going to do a perception check? I'm going to go back to the basement so you have your tokens for easier access.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back and jumped over there already. Oh.
There it goes. All right. Now, a car. You're certain that there are no other exits through this room as far as you can tell. Nita, you find in the back of the room there is an archway that does not have a receptacle, but it is definitely like one of the receiving arches at the tree.
I'll
And
point
Eve,
that out and just make sure.
you find a case that looks like it's made of Earth's the ancient stone, but it's in the shape of a chest.
Okay.
It looks extremely finely crafted, but made of that impenetrable stone.
I'm gonna use detect magic to look at it.
Okay. It is definitely magical. Are you going to keep focusing the energy?
Yeah.
As you focus the energy, you are getting a sensation of raw power, similar to how most of the stones that you've examined before have felt.
Okay. I'll let everyone know what I found.
So what Neetup found is a portal receiver?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I typed. I just want to make sure.
Correct. And you're finished examining the gear, Katala.
All right.
Most of the gear appears to be standard soldiers' uniforms. It looks like the soldiers took their uniforms off and put them nicely in here, and then sealed the room and left.
All right. I'll let everybody know that.
And among the gear, the standard soldiers' uniforms, it looks like they have a special tong that has rotted away, but your guess would be, it looks like a fancy version of the tongs y'all carry to pick up stones.
Y'all, this is us in the future. We came back in time.
Only 4 of us survived?
But
Possibly.
Why did we just leave our stuff here?
Do you
then?
see dwarven bones anywhere?
It was just clothes.
Okay.
Can I take
So,
those tonks?
Yeah, I'll let them know that what I'm getting out of that. Not that it's us or anything, but that it seems like this may have been a group that was dealing with creation stones or something, and
Are
they
those-
used tongs for it. I don't know.
Can
Are
I take
those
the
tongs serviceable at all? Yeah, Winky.
No, he said they're rotted away.
Mm.
I'm just
What-
really good
They were
at telling with them.
basically master grade tongs with some features that would have made them even better for picking up stones.
I gotcha.
Back to the future.
All right. Core's still reading the walls. So now y'all found an archway, busted gear, and a chest made of impenetrable stone.
Hey, a car. You want to check and see if that's trapped? Try out
Sure.
your skills
We'll
over
take
there.
We'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it because I was about to ask if it had a lock or anything on it.
I'm
You are not certain, but you are not. Basically, it doesn't look like it because where the lock is, there's a thing that should be a lock, but there's no hole in it for tools or keys or anything to go in.
You guys
Ah.
said this was surrounded in stone.
it's ancient stone.
Made in ancient stone.
This was an ancient Earth Titan, I suppose. So it may be keyed to a stone or Earth Titan ability.
Right. If Nita uses the key that we have and touches it to it, it may open. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, no, those keys work with slots.
Or we,
It's a
or we,
special slot y'all have seen before.
Oh.
This has nothing.
or we could just say a word and it might open.
It's like a box.
Almost
of
every other
stone.
door.
Just a stone box. Because I didn't hear that there was a lock.
Or Nita can go through.
I mean, is it just like a lock? Not a lockbox, but does it just have like a latch that just opens, or not a latch, but
It,
Is it-
looks exactly like a chest with a lock on it, and where the lock is, there's no hole in the lock.
Can I break the lock?
oh,
Can
Now
I
it's made of ancient stone, so it's unbreakable.
can I hear them talking about the chest and just try to call out an ancient chest open?
No.
Okay. I am
You're
fully
busy
engaged,
reading.
people.
Well, keep that on the back burner. We might have to get him over here to whisper some
Gonna-
words to this
I'm
box.
gonna.
I mean,
I'm gonna call. Pour over.
I'm gonna say open in each language that I know, because why not? What the heck languages do I know? Does it even matter?
No.
Okay, that's what I do though, even though it doesn't work.
Well, you gotta test it out.
I'm gonna say.
No, it
Oh,
may be keyed to the energy itself.
I'm gonna say unlock.
Maybe Nita,
Yeah, Nita can go through
could
the.
you just touch this
lock.
and focus that stone earth energy into it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try that. That's fine if that's.
Yeah,
Charles
try
will
your
allow
knowledge skill.
Oh.
When you focus your energy, you feel like something inside of it moved, but it wasn't enough.
Can I shock it?
Can I refocus and try it again soon?
Yeah, you can.
Can I shock the lock?
I'm beginning to hold Winky back.
No.
It's okay, Winky.
Okay. You can feel it's almost like there's a piece of earth inside of the cage that you can move with your energy. And when you move it in the right position, the lock just pops open.
Nice. Puzzle box.
Nice.
I think I got it.
Do we need someone to push open the door?
Cool. Do you want to open it or do you want Winky to open it?
I think it. I mean, did it open or did it unlock? Like, did it unlock or
It
did it
unlock.
open?
Up, so it's not all the way open.
Okay.
Because I'm not 100% sure that it's not trapped. But I
Look,
don't.
I've been
think
hit
it
by
is.
Well,
so many
I wouldn't.
traps.
I wouldn't let
I'm
my
gonna-
curiosity get in the way of my
I'm gonna-
self-preservation. So
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
open
open
the
the door.
chest.
I'm gonna open the door.
There's no door, son.
It's a door.
And anyways, Needip was already there because he's the one that unlocked it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Needip, you open it up, and inside are 2 or 3 stones and a rod.
2 or 3 stones.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to tell; they're all piled up.
Okay.
I'll reach in there and take them out
No,
and look at them.
No, use the tongs.
Oh,
He has gloves,
you can't-
y'all.
And he's wearing
he
gloves,
He also has. He's also has
and
no
he's
soul,
also
so we
immune
don't
to
care anymore.
accidental spread.
Yeah, he's probably the safest
I'm
one to
fine.
deal with this stuff now.
I'm the.
Yeah, but he's also the one that wants to touch everything. So.
the
So
least
I'm to the
safest.
point. Whatever. He's dying in like
I'm-
3 weeks, so
I'm,
whatever. Well, no,
I'm
he's
the
not
least
because his soul is in a gem. He's He's
Yeah,
fine,
we-
yo.
So what you're
Yeah.
saying is you might kill him in 3 weeks.
Look.
Exactly.
If he
I'm gonna
turns
go ahead and
up
note
dead,
that on my calendar.
All right.
if
What's
he
this
turns up dead,
say?
You find definitely 3 small stones and a rod. It looks very similar to those 2 other rods you found in the past.
death one and life one, basically, or light.
Yes.
No,
was
it was
death
life.
and life.
It was death and life. I'd like to take a. If I can see it, I'd like to take a look at that. See if I can determine arcane abilities it may have.
Make a crafting check.
Oh, crafting check.
You're trying to analyze it. Either that or
Well-
Arcana. Your choice.
That's an interesting. Those are about the same, actually.
Which one's more lucky?
Probably neither.
All right. You can tell it's very similar to the rods that you have, but instead of having multiple buttons, there's only one button on it, and it looks like the front section of it twists.
You know what might be better here, Eve? Since you can focus on magic, maybe you can pinpoint the type of magic that this rod deals with. Since we know the other ones was life and death, you may be able to focus and figure that out.
Okay. I'll try to use detect magic to do that.
Okay. As you focus it, it seems to be giving off the same aura as the 3 stones. So it is pure earth.
I will share that knowledge with the crew.
I'll take that.
Like you took it out of my hand, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did you tell anyone about what it did? The button and the...
I'll let him know that as he takes it and snatches it. Well, there's a button on there and it does a twist thing. I don't. Okay, you. All right. Just take it. Whatever.
So what do you do, Nita?
I mean, as a character, I think I just take it and put it in my pocket and not say anything. But, I don't know.
Wow.
All right.
Now
Yeah.
everybody knows that Nita just woke up.
That just happened.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
I just put it in my pocket and walk away.
So out of character for Nita.
I'm too sleepy. No, it's not 6 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no reason for me to be asleep.
Oh, boy.
I will then pull it out of my pocket and take a better look at it. And see
All right.
what
You
I
can
make
see
it
the
do.
part where it twists and see where the button is. The button is near the mid to the base. Basically, as you held it, it's where you could click it.
Okay. I'm gonna. I know exactly what this is. I had one of these growing up.
I'm gonna
And
back
I'm gonna-
away.
I'm gonna.
Same. Yeah.
I'm like
say-
backing away, probably out of the room.
It's just a memory game. Like you push the button and then you twist it and then you like smack somebody in the head with it.
I'm
gonna
dead
yell
out
it-
of
I
the
think
room.
it's
gonna
called to
yell-
smack it.
I'm gonna yell over at Cora.
Twist it,
telling
push it.
that
Smack
the,
it.
deep, the dev is about
Pass
to
it.
push the button and to.
Did you push the button?
I would think that in my ridiculousness, I would have pushed the button at some point. Yes.
Nothing happens.
Okay. This one's busted though. Batteries must be out.
What's a battery?
I mean, the energy crystal must be depleted.
I mean, if Eve was able to tell that magic was there and that it was, I mean, I don't think that it's depleted.
Maybe
Well-
you have to twist and push at the same time.
Twist and shout, baby.
Well, as Eve is saying that, I will then twist and push button at the same time.
When you twist, the front pops open.
Oh, I'm gonna look in it like
It's empty.
looking down a gun barrel.
It's
No,
empty.
it's empty.
Oh, put
Okay.
the stones in it.
Put the stone in it. Yeah, is that what the stones are for?
Sure, and I'll just chunk all the stones inside, close it back up,
All right.
see what
You
happens.
put all the stones in it and close it again. You just twist the opposite direction and it locks shut.
All right, I'm gonna
And
push
when
the
you
button
lock
again.
shut, it's like a hum reverberates through it for a second.
Interesting.
Maybe
So
you
you
could
just
use
found a
the,
freaking lightsaber.
maybe,
I'm gonna
maybe,
push the button and watch the dark glowing saber come out of the end.
Where are you pointing it?
Oh god, I'm out of the room.
At,
I'm out
at
of the room.
the ground, away
I'm
from
right over the
everybody
corner.
else.
I tapped him on the shoulder and let him know what's going on.
Towards the wall?
Sure,
if it
that
bounces
seems
back
like
and
the
hits somebody,
best
I bet it's gonna
option.
do that.
You press the button, and all of a sudden, it's like a wave comes out of the front of it, and the wall in front of you is gone for about 20 feet.
Oh, what was that?
Was that ancient
I
stone?
told you he was about to push a button.
I
You
was,
disintegrated basically a 5-foot wide, 20-foot long shaft out of the stone, and all the walls are now made of ancient stone.
What?
That's
Oh,
nifty.
it's an excavation rod that creates ancient stone walls.
Huh. Where's Winky standing?
Oh god.
If you know, I don't think this
I have a better question. How close is everyone else to Winky?
Fairly
Tall-
close because they're all in the other room.
Hey, everybody but Winky, y'all come in here and check this out.
I'm still trying to read this wall.
Well, he
Okay.
just disintegrated one wall.
Oh.
I can't read that bit there now anymore.
Can it be the party already read?
Maybe if I double click this button, it'll come back. Let me try
Higher
that.
low.
High or low?
No,
Who
Will.
you asking?
Higher low.
Will.
Hi.
Ooh.
All right, you already did read that section of wall.
Woo. Goodness. Thank you.
Okay.
Convenient.
Let's go over what Will has learned now. Will, while you were reading the walls, the section that just disappeared seems to talk about this outpost was set up as a receptacle for one of the pieces of the Fire Titan from the battle that they had. The Titan, the pieces that came off, they realized had a lot of power, and they didn't want it falling into the hands of the enemy or any of the enemy's followers, and they definitely didn't want any of the hold on. Trying to remember a specific word I used earlier.
Hey guys, maybe we should be writing what we learned down from these things.
Why do you think I take notes, genius?
No, in the
Or
game.
are you saying that in the game? That's what Core does, man.
Yeah, see, I got like a whole notebook going.
Okay.
And Hatala writes a diary as much as she can.
Unless.
But hey, Winky, if you want to start writing stuff down to help us keep up with it, I mean, go for it.
Absolutely.
No, thank you.
Oh, we need help.
He's like, nah, that ain't my job. I just break stuff.
Okay. Something about they didn't want the Primarchs to find it and be able to use it to bring the Titan back.
Primarchs. Interesting.
Primarchs.
And the other walls, as far as you've gotten with the translation, because it looks like some of it is hard to translate because it appears to be almost like it was a journal written by the soldiers who were stationed here, talking about how they no longer have any contact with their homeland. The portal network is gone, and they no longer can get home. They think that the Empire must have fallen, and their hope is that they will keep their future generations watching over this site.
It says about the future generations. I bet that has to do with the lineage. I wonder if that ties into the chosen one. But that'd be the family vault, though. Okay.
I mean, if these guards would have left and then started a civilization here.
And watched over it through
Okay.
the ages.
Make one more society check to interpret the last of the information you've gotten, Will. 4.
I don't know why it takes me so long to find society when it's alphabetical.
All right, the
I have the
last
same
thing you
problem with
notice is only one of the members of the team was capable of finding someone to start a family with, and the rest of the members were too old to start families. So their hope is that their future generations will keep this eye safe and out of the hands of the enemy. And to do that, they've sealed the other main entrance into the area so that only their bloodline can open it.
Wonder if one of us is their bloodline.
I was able to open the door, but I think that was,
Because of Nathaniel.
yeah, quite probably. Yep. Alright, so I've shared all that with the group.
Yes, odds are Nathaniel was in the bloodline.
Yes.
Because y'all found back when the previous rulers of this land intermarried into the Nathaniel's family.
And that was... Okay. And that completed all the writing, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
So we've got a bloodline, kind of a descendant in the Order of the Keys, the Mr. Lakewood, who has a curse to live forever. Who was he tied to? I don't remember.
You never figured out. You never asked him.
Okay. And then we have a bloodline that Nathaniel and clearly Willem is tied to, and that's the Earth Titan, which the Earth Titan was the good guy, right?
As far as the evidence y'all found, yes.
Okay.
Well, good so much as he was helping the humans by annihilating
Yeah.
all the Titans.
Yeah, we don't really good, bad, it's difficult to
Especially with primordial beings who aren't really on the scale of mortality.
He was a friend to the mortals, it seems.
Yes.
He was like, no Titans, just mortals. Sorry.
I think if anything, he was just willing to step when his other titans overstepped.
Well, if you
If
think
that
about
makes
it,
sense.
Earth wanted like fire because fire burns things, which is
Well,
part
fire
of the Earth.
seems to be on our side as well, from what I can tell.
But
Either
Earth
that or
needs
Core is evil.
yeah. I just think Earth wouldn't like fire because fire burns things down. That's part of
mean,
the Earth.
Earth and fire, I think, work together fairly naturally.
Because the first thing the Earth Titan did was to go out and kill the Air Titan.
But if you think about it,
All right, y'all are pretty much done examining this room.
The archway?
It's a receiving arch, not a sending arch.
Yeah, it's whatever was connected to this was clearly broken off long time ago. Devi could possibly look at it and get it up and running again, but I don't see what purpose it would give us. Like, there's no benefit for us having this receiving arch powered back on unless it can be removed and we can move it somewhere else.
Well, I mean, we could potentially get Bastille back up and running too if we put effort into
You'd
it.
have to find the stone that goes to it.
Yeah. And then where does that go to? It was
Well,
part
that
of a network, so if we
yeah,
can
they
get access
specifically
to that
said the network was down.
yeah, so might have
Did
to
we
find
try
that.
turning it off and back on again?
Well, the stone's not on this end, so you can't turn it off and on.
We'll have to find the next.
That's the problem. It's just off.
Maybe we could.
Now, it's
Maybe-
possible the ancients had some magic that could work from one end to the other, but no one knows it right now until you find enough information about the ancients. Because y'all did find a spell that would allow a gemstone to be removed from a portal and keep the portal open until the person who cast it went through.
That's true.
And other people that didn't cast it go through?
Well, if they went through first, it'd still be open.
Yeah, they just have to do the thing on the other side to close it.
Wasn't there like a? So just thinking on the next thing to do, we can go back to Devi and try to check out and do the whole scan thing. Talk
Well,
about,
it's probably a good idea to do post haste
well, there's also
so that we have information. Because
yeah.
I'd hate to get somewhere else and then find out that we should be in Bastille to check that.
Well, I was just
or
thinking,
something.
isn't there like a sub basement to the crypt, or is that something?
Yes,
That's
it
where
goes
we
down
are.
deeper.
Well,
No, it goes down
Oh,
deeper.
yeah.
okay.
There
Y'all
was
still
a-
haven't figured out how to get down deeper because the Nathaniel's family never could get down there.
Right.
I thought that's what we accessed.
There is a family vault that was in the basement of the mansion, which is where we're at. And then there's the crypts, which we went and dealt with Nathaniel, and then below the crypts.
There was two
yeah,
places.
past
Yes.
who sucks? Darius sucks.
Darius sucks.
So outside of his room, there's another door there.
Yeah, there was an actual vault,
Yeah.
the family vault that we never accessed. Yes, we could check that out.
So do we want to?
From what they said, that was for the other named family, the one that was the old royal family that disappeared.
Oh, I don't remember what it is. Airmore.
Aramore, yes, because that in theory should be where their family resides.
Okay. So what's the call? Let's want to get information with Devi first.
I think
It is getting later in the day.
yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Talk to Debbie, get some dinner, get a good amount of rest, and head back to check out that other vault
Okay.
area because that's going to be a pickle in itself. Because if I remember correctly, we had no idea how to open that either. So, and it's a whole different family.
It had a keyhole to it, didn't it? I thought it was like
I
one
don't
of our-
remember.
It is an ancient king,
an
just like the
ancient
other.
keyhole.
I honestly thought that one was reminding of us of what was in the guild hall, the door that was there that had the runes on it, but I don't remember.
Guild hall.
The thieves guild that had the door we weren't supposed to touch.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you remember that door, don't you, Cor?
Yes, I do.
Or door.
It has not left my mind. I was not fluent enough to figure out whether I should open or close it.
Okay. So y'all gonna head back to the tree?
Yes.
Y'all make it back to the tree, and it is just before 7 o'clock.
Sounds like dinner time. I'm gonna check the chow hall to see if Debbie's there.
Yeah, that's usually where he is by now.
All right, you make it to the dining hall, and most of the diners are just grabbing some food. Some people are grabbing and going. Seems to be a lot more people than you remember last time.
Are they humans? Or is it
Almost all of them are humans, but there are some half elves and elves. The number of elves is about the same. There are now a few half elves, one or two dwarves, and probably about almost twice as many humans as you remember.
Okay. Is the steward is the steward here? By chance?
Yes.
I'd like to go talk with the steward.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, see we got more people here. Are these order the keys that are trying to
Yeah,
Great.
most of them. I believe Mr. Lakewood somewhere. He was looking for y'all.
Oh, he's back. He's here.
Yeah, I think he had something he wanted to talk about.
Okay, great.
I think he said if y'all were coming in tonight, he was going to be in a bit later after dinner.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Right. Uh, anything else we should know with the tree? All good.
I really don't know. I've been busy. We've been doing a lot of stuff trying to get supplies in.
All right.
Am I with you, Core, right now, or are you by
Are
yourself?
you? Are you?
I
We
don't
all
know.
we all came in here
Y'all just
together.
walked in at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. You haven't had any issues with your master or whatever with the tree and the part of the tree, or
Oh, did
has that been solved? Or yeah, this is the caretaker. This is not the tree. Never mind.
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't say
this
that.
is just a steward. He does supplies and
Yeah,
things.
I forgot.
We can go track him down though, because that
My brain
Yeah, you
mixed
see
the
the
two
elves
together.
sitting together eating their elven dinners.
would. All right. Thanks, Stuart. We're gonna go.
All right, no problem. He goes back to his dinner.
Go talk to the tree tender.
Oh, hello. How are y'all doing?
Good. Good. Did your master come through?
He is currently roaming the forest with a team.
Great, because I was actually curious if they had a chance to check out those other saplings that were growing
They
up.
are on the lookout. So far, they are marking different trees that appear to be. The easiest way to say it is there seems to be a high number of trees that probably shouldn't be there.
Yep.
And so far, they're having to deal with quite a few dryads, and they're kind of surprised.
Yes.
They have special wards that prevent most of the ill issues when dealing with dryads, because apparently they're really good at dealing with dryads.
That's
Mm.
good.
Did we discuss with you the acorns rate of that are coming out versus blah 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 in conjunction with the pillar underneath?
You did talk about that, and I've been doing a little bit of reading, and I asked my master a few questions, and so far he doesn't know about the pillar, but he has said in the ancient elven homeland that there are places where magic is stronger than others, and the trees do grow a little bit faster, but not to the amount this tree is growing.
Okay.
Effectively, I believe what he said is this tree appears to be about the equivalent of 300 or 400 years older than it should be. It's not growing mutated, it's just literally aging a little bit faster.
Okay.
And because it didn't have a tinder, that made it grow a little bit more haywire during that time period.
Okay. Great. The library's coming along nicely, correct?
Yes, I believe the
And
um,
naughty?
Anati, yes. They I think they said they found a new chamber in it, and I was kind of surprised because it wasn't on the list.
Mm.
But apparently the tree wanted to add another room to the library.
I like it. I like it. Okay. Hatala, are you guys have anything else that you wanted to ask? No, you're good. All right. We appreciate the update. If you need anything else from us, just let us know.
No problem, thank you.
You guys ready? I'm gonna get some chow.
Okay. You get your food.
Is Devi here?
He's sitting with Brianna.
All right. If I'd like to go just sit with him.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Have any fun adventures after being cursed?
Yeah. Well, we made it back to Bastul. You remember that family vault?
Yeah.
Yeah. You may have noticed I have an.
You have some bling.
Yes.
But then he looks at it. No, that's not bling.
No.
He takes a fork and he's poking you in the forehead. That's on your skin.
Yes.
That's not good.
No. That's why we were looking for you.
Okay, after we eat, we need to go down to the lab.
Mm-hmm. Maybe after seconds.
Okay.
What about seconds?
But yeah, we'll fill him in on the general shape of what's going on. It was ancient ruins and Fire Titan and the Chosen One over the course of the meal.
And see if he has any ideas on how we can open the Aramore vault, because I believe he did see it while we were there, so he
Yeah.
may have thoughts on it by now.
We miss you, Garrett.
All right. Y'all have finished dinner. Is anyone else doing anything else while they're at dinner? No? Okay.
No.
So y'all finished your dinner and head
Sorry,
down
I'm
to the
being
lab
funny.
with Debbie. Is everyone going down to the lab?
Yeah, I want to see this.
I will mention an adept before we head down that don't forget about your javelin.
Okay. Y'all make it down to the lab, and he's got the circle set up. So I guess we're going to start with a scan.
Yes, I'll de-armor.
All right.
Is this gonna work with this thing in my head?
Well, you can't take it off, so we don't really have a choice.
All right, let's
And everything
give her a
explodes.
whirl.
All right. The ritual goes off, and your aura starts to appear. And the aura is about the same size as it always was. But remember, previously the fire burned throughout your soul, not separate to it. Now, the fire is just all there is just fire. You can still see your soul inside of it. It's almost like they're one thing now, though.
Okay.
And it's brightest around your head.
Okay. So are we?
And as Debbie's looking at it, he's like, well, actually, I think your soul's a little stronger now. You had some damage, and it looks like all that damage has been repaired.
Can I check out the cracks while we're at it? Just see if
Yep.
they're the same, if they're grown, if
They're
it's
all
done
exactly the same, although they do look a lot smoother.
Mm.
Some of the bigger cracks were looking like they were becoming holes in your body. Now it just looks like they're lines on your skin, but they're still just as big as they were. It's almost like your skin is healing, but the cracks are still there, but they're no longer jagged cracks like in broken rock. It just looks more like a tattoo on your body now.
Ooh, fancy.
Nice.
Because the worst of your cracks previously were actually starting to look like the people down below.
Can I try just like running through my memory, seeing if there's any gaps in there? Or actually, it was Nathaniel that was losing memories, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, you are not certain if there's anything you don't know. Because it's hard to prove a negative.
I don't remember my first breath.
I don't remember what I don't know.
Okay. All right. So this eye seems to be probably part of the Fire Titan and pretty much becoming conduit for the Fire Titan. Is that?
That seems like it might be a viable answer.
Okay.
Although it's kind of ostentatious to have the big giant bling on your forehead.
I didn't choose that.
It fits his personality.
We're gonna have to get him a bandana or something, or a hat.
So, just curious. So, does it look like a red gem, or does it look like an eye, or does it look like a headband, or is it like a gem inserted, or?
It looks like a golden band that goes all the way around, and in the front is a circle about the size of a silver dollar, and inside of it is a bright red gem that sticks out.
Oh yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm
Does
getting
it glow in the
Diablo
dark?
vibes. Boom.
What'd I say?
So I'm getting Diablo vibes.
Oh.
I'm gonna shove that red gem in the forehead.
Actually,
Ooh.
yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Um, can I try focusing on it? See if I can't like produce fire or manipulate fire.
Okay. For now, make an intelligence check.
Come on. Not my
Oof.
not my best category.
You are thinking about fire, and you're not sure that there's any fire, but you're starting to sweat on your forehead.
Okay. Oof. I'm not sure if that's from thinking or the fire thing tripped me, but okay, I'll work on that some more, I guess later. I'm guessing it's getting kind of late.
At this time, it is now almost 8 p.m.
Debbie, do you have any of the creation stones near that Core could at least be close to and see if if they communicate to him or impart anything to him through the circlet?
That's interesting because this is technically the Titan's eye, and it was the shards were Titan blood. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah.
Basically, any piece of the Titan turns into a crystal.
Okay.
So if you cut off a finger, that's a crystal. If you drop some blood, that's a crystal. He goes, "Oh, hold on," and he goes and pulls the piece that he's working on. All right. He sets it on the counter.
I think hard again.
You can feel that the shard is there.
I'd like to try touching the shard. See what I'm
Okay.
saying while thinking about it.
You go to touch it, and it turns to point towards you and starts moving towards you as well.
I wonder if I can absorb it. So I'll try to. Let's get this magnetic.
Okay. You grab it, and as you hold it, like butter, it melts in your hand.
Ooh. Does it stay
And
in
you
my
can-
hand or?
No, it runs down through the cracks that are already in your hand, and it's just like it's flowing into you.
That's kind of cool. Do I sweat more now?
You can sense there is another shard nearby.
Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming these are fire shards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Debbie, I can feel you've got another shard nearby.
Make a perception check.
Oh, almost 19.
You're not certain where, but it is somewhere in the room. He goes, "Yeah, I got 2 more."
Hmm.
And you get the sensation from the one that like you felt previously.
Does Nadep or Winky have fire? Well,
Nadep does.
do I feel
Don't
anything
you,
from?
don't you, Nadep? Let me check. I can't remember.
Do you have fire, Nadep? I can just look at my notes. Yes, you do
I
have fire.
have
You have-
fire. I don't know if I have fire.
You
I
have
think he has all 4 of the basins
yeah,
now.
air, water, earth, and fire. Yo, you just got it on me. That's
He just doesn't have life or death.
all right.
Right.
I want to try touching Nadep. I have not put my clothes back on. So.
as you get close to him, you can sense the energy within him.
Curious if I can take it from him.
What are you doing in here?
Let's bring it in for a hug, buddy. We can always give
No.
it. We can always give it back to you. We need to see what
You
happens.
say no.
I tackle him then.
I don't agree to this.
Then you have to make a punch roll.
All right.
Is this
I mean,
is this
if he wants
competing?
to tackle, you have to punch. Will
I have
do
to
an unarmed strike.
unarmed strike. Patow. Ooh.
All right. Core
I
goes to
use it?
tackle Needup. Needup executes a perfect, pushing his head down, and Core goes like a bull underneath him and into a wall. Head first.
And what were you trying to do, Nadep?
I was gonna roll some athletics to try and like slip out and miss it, but yeah, I'll let Charles say what happens.
Okay. Now then, when you completed that jump, Needup, you land on the ground, your ankle rolls under you, and you fall down, hitting your head on the ground. So now you
Intentional.
both are on the ground with concussions.
Ugh.
All right, I want to roll
Well, that
over and
escalated
attempt
quickly.
to strangle Will for throwing me on the ground. Maybe the
I'm gonna
contact
try and
will,
stop him.
But that means you have to touch him.
Yeah.
Exactly. I the player realized what I'm doing.
I just kind of let it
but
happen.
Yeah, but I'm trying to stop Nita.
I'm gonna strangle you.
I'm like holding him back. You know that whole like hold me back, hold me back. I'm holding him back.
I kind of lean into it.
A car walks in from one of the rooms like, what did I miss?
You're like Troy with the pizza in Community.
That was one of the best scenes.
Eating something. So, where did I miss, guys? I can't go leave for 3 minutes to go get a bite to eat without y'all doing something.
All right. Well, now you have 4 more metal books to look at.
Yes. All right, we've got the. Let's fire up the old dwarven printing press over here. Did it all got moved into this room, right? Or is it still in the study?
There's one in the study, but now Devi has one in here as well.
All right.
And you notice it looks better than the one in the other room.
Let's go with the better one. Hey, Debbie, we've got these. As we mentioned, let's start with these 4 metal tubes.
Oh, sure. He puts it in. I don't know how much we're going to be able to read. These take a long time to translate.
Let's take a crack at it. See if we can't.
All right. The
By
first one comes up. And the first word you notice on it is the word Bastool.
Hey, that's Bastool, right? I know some of this stuff.
Sorry, let me find my.
So, Core, make a society check. Okay, you basically flip through the first tube, and it is basically a charter for the town of Bastool when it was an ancient outpost. The outpost was created as a place to study what they called the champions of the Titans.
Ooh, Champions of the Titans. Does that have anything to do with being the chosen one?
All you can tell is that the champion is chosen by a Titan to foster its will in the world around it And the only thing more powerful than them besides the Titan itself are the Primarchs.
You just became a paladin.
Something they don't really go into much detail, but they do mention that the Primarchs make the champions look like ordinary people.
Interesting. I do want to bring up that Willem got the Death Titan eye, so he may have done something very similar to what I have.
But if I remember correctly, the eye did not change for him. It was a
It is
necklace.
a necklace.
Okay.
Well,
It turned into a necklace.
Well, I
Ah.
just imagined the eye on a necklace.
Maybe.
Not that it
Eye was
changed.
a cross,
Okay, then never mind.
and the eye core touch was 4 feet across.
It's a big necklace.
So would that make you a Primarch?
It'd be cool. Awesome. I don't know.
But the Primarchs were... That was specifically what they were trying to keep this stuff away from.
Right, but there's also champions.
Yes, champions are just simply people chosen by the Titans to perform something for them. Basically, a champion of some cause of theirs. And Bastul was intended as a research outpost into the champions because they managed to capture a couple fire champions and a couple pieces of fire titan when they killed the fire titan.
Research.
They didn't, and in the book it does mention that the champions of the Earth Titan were not being researched because they were their people.
Okay. We're just gonna recommend trying to get it away from him, seeing if a car could do anything with the death thing, but the Death Titan is infected. I don't. But a car, we determined a car is not infected, right? He just has the death stuff.
He has a little bit of death energy in him.
Akar, have you had voices talking to you in your head recently?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, I think he's fine.
He's dead and he's okay.
Well, we would have seen
I
it
hear
on
voices.
the.
I hear voices all the time, but I can't ever tell if it's my own conscience or not.
Well, we would have seen it
That's
on
concerning.
on the scan. We would have seen that because we saw it. The shadow issue with you. So we would have seen the same thing with a car if he was infected. I would assume.
Agreed.
Yeah. The entity would be seen.
And okay.
Now, remember, Will, at one point you had death energy in you as well,
Yes.
because you had a tainted fire crystal give you the energy. But the fire titan burned it out of you. Because you touched it back then.
Was
So
it?
can you now burn out the death energy within a car? And a car, do you want that?
I don't know.
I don't even think he's fully accepted the dead, not dead thing yet.
All right, I'm gonna go after Winky then. Winky, do you want to see if I can burn the air out of you?
Oh gosh, that sounds terrible.
I'll be happy to crush the air
Well,
out of you
we
too.
also
I mean,
have several of the citizens in New Halcyon
I mean,
in the Undercity.
You don't want to be like, hey, we might be able to cure you,
We also
and then not
have.
be able to do it.
I also want to bring up real quick before I forget again. Mr. Everwood was looking for us, and we did not catch him before we left.
Who's Mr. Everwood?
Mr.
Lakewood.
Lakewood, thank you. I got Evermore mixed up with Lakewood.
Yeah, I knew what you did. I know exactly where those words came from.
All right. A car though. Do you want me to see if I can burn this?
Sure. Is it gonna hurt?
We don't know, dude.
We don't know. Also, I could try
No.
burning Hatala, the thing out of Hatala.
I would be all up for that, as long as you don't chain me up. So, what happened when you touched Nita?
Oh yeah. He was supposed to be choking me. We never. A
Just
car
suddenly we're doing
came in
something
was
else.
like, a car came in with a strawberry cake and distracted us.
It was like suddenly y'all were like fighting, and then suddenly you were reading a book.
Oh, that's.
So Nita never actually got to him.
It was
Oh,
it was the
okay.
cake.
That's right.
It
You
was the
held
cake.
him back. Way to go, Hatala.
I succeeded at holding him back. Wow. Okay.
So does anyone wish to have Core touch him?
All right. I'm willing to try it.
All right.
For the sake of science, I am too.
All right. I think I have more experience with the death thing first, so I want to try that first.
I'm sad, but okay.
Well, I'm trying to get better, and he's already mostly dead, so
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, and to be fair, the death is probably going to be more successful than the Quelleth, because
well, we did throw the Quella stones in, and we know they got burned up, so
true.
it's just that death was
True.
internal to me.
I think I'm
previously.
just trying to set myself up for the possibility of it not working. So
All right. So you're touching
a car
a
first.
car first, and you're going to focus your fire.
Yes. Hey, there's a creation power.
All right. You can focus the fire energy, and you can feel its energy going into him, but it's hitting some kind of resistance, and you don't seem to have the proficiency to get past it.
Okay. All right, I want to move over to Hatala and purposely make sure I'm also messing with her shadow too.
Okay. You have it on your sheet now.
All right, skills, right?
Mhm.
Is this? Oh, I thought it was gonna be an 18.
No, it didn't keep the thing. I tried to make it permanent, so I don't know how to do that yet. Even with the +2, it wouldn't make a difference.
Okay.
No, you can't. You couldn't even feel the power when trying to use it.
Well, I felt something with the car, so it's probably just something I need to keep trying out. I'm not good enough right now. If you're willing to keep trying, in the days and weeks to come, I think we can get there.
Sure, that's fine. Should you absorb more stones? You think you just need more power? I guess.
I'd say try it a few more times before you just go sucking in creation stones. Because I mean,
It's perfectly
look,
fine. You'll be fine.
Do I? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Do I feel anything or any special connection with the flail that had the fire infused into the metal?
You can sense its location on you.
Okay.
Can he control it with his mind?
Probably not.
It's not going to dance around. It's a flail.
Yeah. I think what it does is what it's gonna do.
Just flails.
But you haven't pulled it out, so.
I will pull out the flail.
Okay. When you hold the flail, it ignites.
Ooh. Winky. I need to run some experiments real quick. You have you seem to have a pretty hardy constitution.
Oh God.
Would you like to help me real quick? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take him over here. I'm like, look. You see this mark on the wall right here, right?
Yeah,
Winky?
maybe.
Winky, do you see the
Winky.
mark on the wall?
You're muted.
Yeah, I see the mark on the wall.
All right. As he's looking, I'm gonna smack him with the flail.
Can I detect that he's gonna do that?
Oh gosh.
And block
Make a
it?
perception check, Winky, and go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, I gotta equip the thing first.
Ooh.
Okay,
Well,
you have a suspicion that he's going to do it, but he did it sneakily enough. We're going to depend on his roll to see how sneakily he did it.
Oh.
You realized it was coming, and you have a chance to dodge if you want to make a reflex save.
Okay.
You dodge out of the way as the flail comes swinging by.
Why won't you people let me hit you?
I'm gonna go hit a
I
log.
just seem to remember when y'all were trying to set him on fire when he first got infected.
Yes, this is just coming around.
That was Devi.
He set a
I'm gonna-
precedent.
Charles,
Yes.
can I like tiny zap core?
You don't have the
Tiny.
skill.
Tiny.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you did? Hold on, I
I
can't
do
remember.
I have creation tiles
Oh, yeah, you can try.
to like not hurt him too much, but zap him a little.
Yeah, try it.
You doing an unarmed attack?
No, he's doing his
No,
power.
he's trying to hit you with lightning, bud.
I know that. What I'm trying to think is he close enough that I can get another swing in on him?
You mean do you get an attack of opportunity?
All right, he does manage to make a zap against you, and that does trigger an attack of opportunity.
All right.
Oh boy.
That time you hit. You hit, but he did 1d6 damage to you.
Okay. You're
So
gonna,
do
5 damage.
it's the first one, right? It's fire damage. Do I take any kind of resistance or anything?
That wasn't fire damage.
He hit you with lightning.
I want zap zap.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I hit
Yeah.
him. Never mind.
All right, so now you roll flail damage.
Yay! You had to hit me with the flail,
Yes.
That was his goal the whole time.
but he didn't need to.
All right, and then now add 1d6 fire.
Wait, if I'm on fire, I'm gonna hit you back.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I found a place at the wall, and I'm just leaning back on it and just shaking my head.
All right, so you take a total of 12 damage. Not very
I'll
much
do
to
the
you.
same.
All right.
So, Atala, you want to put money on one or the other? What do you think's
No.
gonna do the? Okay.
Okay. We'll
We
settle
have a pot of money that's all ours. What's it gonna do?
You're no fun.
I asked Katala if she wants a piece of cake.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Winky, you are
Alright.
barely hurt.
See, I was
That
aiming
tickles.
for your armor the whole time.
I'm gonna tell him that tickles.
Then why'd you try to dodge it?
Because it could have hit me real hard.
Because previously, your mace did 1 extra fire damage.
That's right. So I get a D6
mean-
instead of 1 now.
To be fair, Winky is a fighter and his instincts would have kicked in, there's no reason he wouldn't have tried to dodge it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I
Winky's
haven't.
playing his character.
Okay, I'm good. I think
All
I
right,
have a
guys,
good
we've
feel for the
got
weapon now.
plenty of enemies that this could have been tested on.
Well, I don't
but-
want to be in the middle of
okay.
a fight trying to do this.
You would be if you're in the middle of a fight and you have a weapon. Why wouldn't you use it? I don't understand.
I need to know how powerful. What are my options? Is it better to use my katana, which it probably is, unless it's susceptible to fire damage, which we
Hey,
won't know
maybe
until it
we
gets
should go
used.
back to that.
You already knew it had fire
No,
damage.
can this Winky, you might know, or Hatali, you also. This is a crafting question. I don't have crafting. Can we
Okay.
use the metal from the flail to craft it into a new weapon?
Or we could go back
All right,
to.
you've brought this up before, and yes, Winky, go ahead and say it because that's what I was about to say.
Or we could go back to the place with the fire
Mm-hmm.
and take the katana and put the metal in there, so it will also have that thing in it.
We can. It just takes like a half a day to get down there. Which we
Just send somebody with it.
True. This is
Yeah.
true.
Kyrus and Aratane basically live down there now.
And they
But
can go
if we took
with
our key, we could just hop back instead of it being a whole day.
Yeah, but you
Plus,
have to bring.
weren't the
Hey. Hold on a second. What damage does the flail normally do? Wasn't it a D6?
it was a D6, yeah.
Okay. I accidentally changed the wrong variable and I changed. So hold on a second.
Feel free to up it, buddy.
Yeah, so I mean, we
Really?
can make a trip down and then pop back. I mean, so it's
Yeah,
not
but we'll
bad.
still have to carry that. Wait, no, that particular stone, that key, does it also do the thing where you can do the spell and bring it through? Does that also work with it?
Spell and bring it through.
You know,
like hold the
Cole-
door.
You know how you can open the portal and then take the key out and the portal stays open until you walk through it?
I can hold the
Does
door.
that key do it too? Without having a portal receptacle.
We could try it.
Well, the
Or-
spell does it.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
that
think it
still
holds
works with the key
Mhm.
that we
I
have.
believe it
Sweet.
it holds it open until I decide to close it.
or
So we, if we can
Or
do that, that
whoever
definitely
cast the
shaves some
spell.
time off.
Was it whoever
What
cast spell, or was it like a timer thing?
Does your
It's-
flail have any enchantments? This is just ordinary flail, right?
It's
He
an
used that
ordinary.
flail.
It's ordinary flail. I don't have any enchantments, no runes.
But you put it through the machine to give it fire effect.
Yes.
Well, he put it through the machine because he didn't care if he broke it.
Yeah.
And now he's got
Uh-oh.
If I was in there-
Oh, we've
this
lost.
flail that he's like, what else in there?
I've been upgrading the hatchet.
maybe
So
we could.
Yeah, if you're gonna do the katana or any other weapon, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and start on the
also we could do everyone's
Parts
weapon.
that's gonna burn.
Well, we probably don't want to do a car's weapon, but tridents,
Yeah.
hammers.
But you have to have fire creation power to do this, right?
I mean,
No, it's a machine.
No, not to put the fire, but to make it on fire.
well.
No,
you
No,
can do
there's
it
already a
from
gym down there. The gym.
No,
does
no.
it.
When you ran it through the machine, it just gave it a +1.
Yeah,
You made
Oh,
it
okay.
because of the fire
When
creation.
you grab it, it then ignites and does 1d6.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So for
Well-
anybody else who would only do a +1 fire.
Okay.
No one else really needs that.
Well, I mean, when you die, Winky, I can grab your hammer at that point, and then it would actually be an awesome weapon at that point.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. My
Sounds like
whole
you're gonna
hammer
do
is made out of metal, right?
burn.
That means if the handle would
Yeah,
burn.
because if you were to grab Winky's hammer, it would also have fire and lightning.
All right.
No,
But
no.
no,
Because
Okay.
I thought
I-
he had lightning. I thought he had lightning rune on his hammer.
I
I
know
do.
I've thoroughly derailed us from what we actually need to be doing, but it's something that I want to be looking into, trying to figure out. That was one. How long did that take us to get through one scroll?
It took you an hour to get through that scroll.
All right, so
It's now 9 p.m.
it's getting late,
And
guys.
Mr. Lakewood is looking for you.
Yeah, we need to catch back up with him. Devi, we'll leave these with you. I'll try to come back through here tomorrow, after we set up camp, or if we get on the road tomorrow. All right, we're gonna go find Mr. Liquid. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
I'll put my armor back on.
Well, you've been naked this whole time?
He's
Dang
been
it.
wearing his undershirt.
Yes.
Can everybody else appreciate that Kylie looks like Harry Potter right now?
Yes.
Harry
I was
Potter.
thinking more
But
Luna.
I'm not the chosen one. So
Severus Snape.
Neither was
You're the
he.
girl.
Harry
You're the
Potter,
girl who
Harry
lived, which is Clara, I believe.
Okay.
Or was that me?
You go back up to the tree, and are you going to go to the waiting room, or to the mess hall? Because that's where you were told, or do you want to go to the meeting room?
Well, I would think we would go where we were told he would meet us. 'Cause
Yeah.
they said, and then we'll probably move. I assume when
Well,
we
he may
contact
have.
him.
Well, can we just ask the Anadi as we go by? Have you seen Mr. Lakewood?
One of
Yeah.
them's like, I believe he's looking for you.
Yes. Do you know his current location?
He may be in his chambers.
Can you go there and let him know that we'll be in the meeting
Might as well
room?
be in the meeting room. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I will send someone to meet right away.
Thank you.
Okay. You get to the waiting room, and eventually Anadi shows up with some snacks, because that's what you asked for last time y'all were in there.
Thank you.
And Mr.
I'm
Lakewood
definitely
arrives
about the
along with
snacks.
2 or 3 of the Order of the Keys.
I love these guys. They're awesome.
Sorry we weren't able to catch up with you earlier.
No problem. I'm just happy that we got a chance to talk.
Yeah, what would you like to discuss?
I know y'all have been hearing about this plague and all the things that are going on and how travel is starting to become a little bit more complicated lately.
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to discuss a proposition with you.
Okay.
These times are dangerous, and most of the cities aren't the safest place in the world either. And many of our people have families, and we do not like the idea of leaving them in town while we're here working.
Is that why there's so many more people in the tree now?
Yes, it is, and it's getting worse. And I would like to talk to you about an option.
Yes.
I was wondering, now that the charter is official and y'all are the lords isn't the right term, but the stewards of this land around us, I would like to negotiate with you for permission to start bringing families over and building dwellings in the area around the tree. Basically growing it into a small town.
Okay. I'm in favor of this. I also I know you may not have this issue, but being a human and thinking about my mortality, and all the issues going on right now with these creation stones and the Queleth, I would like to start setting up our own organization also to focus on the creation stones and focus on preventing the Queleth from pretty much destroying all of our universe or our
Yes.
world.
Essentially, what he's talking about is creating something that will live on past ourselves.
Yes.
That is understandable.
I don't know if any of your people would be interested in that, or if we can start small, finding new people over the course of time and doing that. We're more than willing to be the point and the vanguard on this, but it'd be very helpful for us to get some extra teams set up to start helping us attack this threat.
That sounds like a very wise thing to do with things going on in the world as they are, because I don't know what we would do, because so far y'all guys have managed to find out a lot of things that I've never even heard of, and I've been around.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
and what was your proposal beyond this?
All right. Normally, in these situations, these sort of proposals will be done by purchasing of land and money payments and all of that nature. I was proposing that instead of an outright purchasing agreement or anything along those lines, perhaps We will sustainably build it using magic to grow wood so that we will not be cutting down the forest around us, because I know the rangers would not be happy about that, and neither would the tree itself. And I apparently don't want to make this thing angry because I like it.
That was definitely a concern of mine, so I'm glad you're thinking of it.
Yeah.
We also want to contract with the Undertown people to do all the stonework and do all the stone mining and materials and resources for that from deep underneath the earth. So again, it's all local. And the instead of payment and cash being involved and things like that, which I don't know many of these families would be able to afford any of that, and I don't have the money to bankroll all of them. So instead, we would basically set up a guard that would become the standing army of this town. Not under our control, under your control. Basically, the Tree Town Guard. Whatever you want to name it.
Okay.
And while this
Allendale Guard.
town is being set up, basically every male over the age of 16 has to spend basically a year or two as a town guard.
Okay.
There's enough family members of age now and coming of age in the years to come to always keep, at least right now, I know of about probably 10 at a time.
Okay.
And that'll be the start, but also the orders of keys, since we want to build here, will be volunteering our service as well in the same capacity.
That's good. And
Is there any way we can make the every male something more some way to opt out if need be?
Well, it doesn't have to be in a combat role. There are many roles around town that can be filled. That's why I was thinking every would be there's something someone can do.
They must work for the tree for a year in whatever the profession should be or whatever they want to seek.
So not just a guard.
So we
any
could
kind
set
of
up.
profession.
Yeah, we can set up some guilds to oversee, the apprenticeships, but it would be directly tied to furthering our prerogatives, I guess.
In theory, I guess this could actually go in with your plan for creating an organization.
Yes.
They won't be full members, but they will have to serve for a while to maintain home ownership, basically.
And they would have a standing offer to start joining us after too.
Right, and the idea would be for them to.
And I would
Go
like to
ahead,
try to work
Carr.
with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Carr.
Be services in lieu of payment. So
Yeah.
you have to do something as basically living for free. You have to serve your time for the things that were provided. I can get on board with that.
All right.
Yes. And anyone who wishes to stay, you could start actual paid services for those members who want to continue working as a living.
And thank you.
Because
Also,
as any town would go, there will be taxes, there will be fees and organization. Basically, all the things of a normal town would eventually be set up.
and I would like to discuss with the elves too. I know it's probably going to take several more years, possibly hundreds of years, for those other trees that are growing up, potentially growing more, growing our tree mansion basically into across our forest here.
That might be something that can be done. I mean, these trees are nothing compared to the ones in the Elven homeland.
Right.
I think the trunks of those are about the size of this tree.
Basically, you're saying that we wouldn't necessarily need other trees to grow, as the tree would grow into that size all by itself.
No, there are different species of tree. I believe there's some kind of tree called a sequoia or something. And these are oaks. Because natural sequoia trees are much bigger than this tree. And they're the magical version, like this is the magical version of a natural oak.
And with the other, regardless if we turn them into future residences or not, we'll still need to work with the elves because, I mean, with the trees growing up, they'll need to be involved anyhow.
I mean, they already are, and so
We
they'll
just
be
need
a
to get
part
an
of it for sure.
understanding set.
Is that something that Mr. Lakewood you would be willing to work
Well,
on
that would
with
be
him,
outside
or
of the town because most of them are not anywhere nearby.
okay?
I mean, eventually the town could grow to there. That wouldn't be my concern. My concern is the immediate needs of the families of those that work for us.
Yes, essentially this is a refugee pact at the moment,
Yes, basically.
bringing those who are in need to a place that is at least seemingly safe.
Yes,
I
currently
think
away
it's
from the prying eyes of
I
the
think
world.
that's a worthy cause.
Yeah,
I'm in
I agree.
agreement of this initial setups too.
What about everybody else? Winky, Eve, your thoughts?
I think it sounds like a good idea.
And he looks at you, and are you the one that is the healer?
Me? Yep.
I do know that you did help with setting up the medical facilities in the tree here. I do plan on bringing in a couple of healers, and they will probably need your assistance setting up an actual hospital, I guess.
Okay, well, when my friends aren't getting themselves cursed, I'll help out.
I feel like I didn't get myself
Life of an
cursed.
adventurer is always a strange one. And we will need to expand your blacksmith shop that you already have. So I believe, Master Gnome, that is your
Yes.
area?
Yes.
Yes, I know of at least 6 more craftsmen who will be coming in with our group. And quite a few artisans of other trades as well, some carpenters and things of that nature. We even have one stonemason who's actually really good at his job. The joke is he must be part dwarf. So yes, as long as this is good with y'all, I would like to start doing this work now.
Yes, we're good
I'd
with
say
this.
the more people that we can help, the better.
Yes, and we can work on the fine points and details later.
Yes. Oh, and
Um,
I have word from the. He names the name of the guy who's in charge of the mining interest that you were working with.
Mm-hmm.
He has said that there has been some issues with the mine itself.
Yeah, when we got there, they had been attacked by something, and they were holed up in the mine itself. But they were afraid of the magics within. What we found were cursed items that were inside a vault there, and we sealed that up and made sure nobody would touch them again.
Hmm.
But
Because
I'm not sure beyond that.
he told me they have confirmed the value of the mine itself is pretty high. They are pretty certain that they will be able to get maybe a ton or more of copper a year out of it.
Need it? This is your investment.
You're paid in salt.
Are you playing Valheim?
No.
Okay.
Not anymore. Click, click, click.
He said it's going to be a lucrative investment.
Can't see
I'm
that.
living on the beautiful world of Gmail and doing work. Well, sorry.
It's all good. I just knew you were so zoned out right there.
I've got a file I'm trying to import, and it's one of those where they had a 24-hour window, and I missed it by like 30 minutes, and now I'm getting them to resend it, and
Hmm.
all
Yeah, I
kinds
know
of
what
fun
you're talking
stuff.
But yeah, on the mine, we probably need to fortify that a little bit better if we're going to continue to.
Yes, it'll need better guards and
Definitely.
protections and things like that. Those who were working on it, I don't think they're going to return.
Yes, he told me that you need to somehow sort out some form of protection for the mine from the local area.
Yeah, the animals are starting to mutate.
Yeah, your best bet is to try to broker a deal with someone in the nearby area and see if you can get some kind of standing protection, maybe in return for a portion of the mine's output.
Probably talk to Eric. They're close by.
They probably do it for free.
I mean, to be fair though, Eric is pretty caught up in all this stuff we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We may
I mean,
go ahead.
if it's something nearby, the only things nearby is Eric. There's the town. Was it Cares?
But there's people in Bastul right now. They're living
There's
in the
only a few
mansion.
Eric's men.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What about the elves not elves,
No.
the dwarves?
Do you really want to
We
give
do not. Never mind.
dwarves the
No.
access?
I don't even know why I brought it up.
Thank you.
It's not even the access, it's the attitudes.
They're not going to
do-
want to share.
Question: do we want to try to enlist the help of the goblins?
Ooh, that's interesting.
It is Goblin lands.
That is a great idea.
I like this.
Who brought this guy into our group?
And they're goblins,
Hey,
so I mean,
Eric-
if they double cross
Eric-
us, we can just kill them.
Do you want to take point on getting that situated?
Well, first I think we have to find the ones that are good. The purple sign, or do
Purple
we
Yeah.
banners,
go
yeah.
for?
They're in the town near Payton's Hall.
Okay.
They have a fort.
We'll have to loop back through there
Yeah.
eventually in the next week or two, hopefully.
Also, Mr. Lakewood, I want to address something about the families that are coming in.
Yes.
It sounds to me they're going to be increasing the amount of people. Should we be worried about possible plague infestations coming from these families? How are we going to address?
All these
that-
families have been isolated in town, and so far, the town isolations have been doing fairly decent at keeping it out.
Okay.
But it has been noted lately that the infection rate is starting to increase. That's the reason I wanted to talk to you about it now before it starts
Yeah.
getting to be a big problem.
Agreed.
say that-
We need to get them here sooner
Yeah.
rather than later.
Eve,
Exactly.
do you
The
remember?
quicker we can do it. Go ahead.
Jump into Eve. Do you remember if, from your vision, if your God said that it was going to be all people would get infected eventually, or is this a potential for dodging it?
I think it was just gonna go all around everywhere.
Okay. So it's a plague. We probably won't be able to dodge it.
Well, but okay, there's a factor here because the plague is designed to make you demonic, to keep the Quellath away from you. What if there's some way to do that naturally that we could do here at the tree? Like some way to keep the Quellath away from this area.
We could.
We could hunt down demons and just place demon skin all around the.
Everybody
Yeah,
can
yeah.
wear demon skin clothing.
No, it's disgusting.
Technically, it would work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd have to make some I guess trade routes with the fire scar, or
Well, but-
get some.
Yeah, but
So-
we open that door. We let people know that that's the cure, so to speak. It's gonna go.
There's going to be a lot of
Crazy.
people there that are going to be quickly.
Well, the price
to
will
jump on board.
skyrocket though.
I mean,
And we-
yeah. Although if we
wanna
get
be-
that market, we get
yeah,
that
we,
market.
we
and-
want to be on the up and up for that one.
Not that I want to make people pay a whole lot. If we can get that market and make it where we are producing this and getting it to people for as low cost as possible, that would be good.
Agreed.
I mean, you may be able to figure out some way of doing like a summoning circle and bringing in some small fries and killing them.
I mean, that sounds. I mean, honestly, that sounds a little sadistic, but I
to do the
I
demons.
get it. It's just
I am a very practical man.
Unfortunately, summoning circles wouldn't work because once defeated, they would just go back.
Ah, yeah, that's right. That's right.
You would have to actually have a gateway open so that you could send hunting parties to hell.
Well, I don't really think
I
anybody
mean,
would be
we
signing
go
up for
back to
that
the
job.
fire scar trade route thing.
I mean, it's a possibility. Like it's just something, Mr. Liquid. I know we're bringing this up right in front of you, but I think that it's a viable option for protecting the people here, and in that ideal, if that's something that's going to work, it's a thing that can help. It's going to be small, but it's something we can do. I think.
Possibly, we can look into it. I don't know how
That
many people are going to like that idea in the first place.
well,
Yeah.
yeah. Who's going to want to wear demon skin clothing? But it's going to feel like
Does it have to be a full thing, or can it be like a undershirt or something like that? You know?
we could
Oh,
call it
you know,
Under Armour.
I do want to bring up something real
Yeah.
quick. I do want to bring up. We did find. We fought off a small dragon a little while back, and we found someone that had been infected with Quelith, I believe. Right?
It was a cultist.
It was a cultist. So we did find a cultist in the area. It
Yes.
was a little ways off, but it's something. If you're going to be living down there on the ground level, you're not going to necessarily have all the spider protection.
Well, remember, when you talked to the one guard who survived, he said the dragon was trying to interrogate the cultists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The
The
dragon.
dragon caught the cultists and
Oh.
brought it to its lair.
Yes, but how big would the dragons, I guess, feeding?
Hunting area.
Yes, thank you, hunting area.
It's pretty large considering their flight.
It's. I mean,
In fact,
but
it's
it's
an area that they don't normally live in.
it's definitely not a bad thought though. But any place you live is going to be dangerous in some way. I mean, we already know there's several dryads here. Somebody's dealing with that. We know that the animals and things are going crazy anyway. That may be something that comes up. We have Mori here. Kyrus can probably still do some searching, but obviously they are working within the Undercity. Well, no, that what would that one be called? The not the. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They're down there. We've got people doing things and keeping things up, so it's definitely something that needs to be known, and I think it needs to be brought up for sure. But we definitely can't solve all the problems, is I think what I'm getting to. Anyway, I think we're all in agreement here.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess I will get to my work tomorrow because it's getting late in the evening. And if y'all need anything else, the other two members leave. Do y'all need anything else before I go?
I don't know.
I feel like we should.
Weren't
but-
Do
we
you,
gonna ask him
Mister? You've been alive a long time. Do you know of
To
the?
make sure the other people are gone.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Do you know of the Evermore family? Or
Evermore.
would
Evermore?
they would have Aramore? Yes, they would have been in
I've heard the name
Bessel.
before.
they
They were a royal family.
It's yes. It sounds like they may have been connected to the Earth Titan, possibly, or it may have been the other family, Nathaniel,
Mains.
whatever,
The
Mains. Those two families that joined together, and right now we're researching that area and trying to learn some more about that. And so I thought maybe if you had any of that information, it could shorten some of it.
Anything off the top of my head, I haven't spent too much time in this kingdom. This is the latest area I've lived in. I spend a lot more time down south, way east. Or sorry, way west. I even visited the Dwarven lands once. Walked the wall for a couple of times. I spent
You-
much more time in the north than here.
Do you know the? I'm jumping subjects for sure here, but do you know the guild, the Thieves Guild Master in the South?
No, well, I knew the last one.
Do you know what happened to him?
Uh, maybe 10 years ago he died.
10 years exactly?
Not exactly, somewhere around in there. I'm not sure.
That just sent chills down my spine.
Yeah, I know they've gone through like 3 guild masters in succession, and the new one supposedly is a bit of a tool.
Do they know? Do you know the race?
The what?
Halfling, human. Do you know what
Huh?
their race is? Are
Oh,
they
the race.
halfling? Are they?
Okay.
I thought you said the wraiths. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like the
Wraiths.
wraith. I don't remember
Those come
wraith.
up from above you.
Halfling human wraiths.
um, I actually don't know anything about the new. All I know is that he is not the friendliest, and he was extremely mean in the way he gained his power. He was not a nice master.
And this is the one that took over 10 years ago?
No, this one that's currently running.
Okay, so they've been through several. Okay.
Yes, and in fact, rumor has it may not have been natural causes for one of them that disappeared.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me at all, being a thieves guild.
Well, normally the guilds are actually pretty good about not killing the master. That's actually one of the ones that is pretty much a big guild rule.
Oh, well, I mean, I would know that, so I guess I may not
Yeah,
have said that.
the master, more often than not, simply retires with his ill-gotten goods and lives the happy, fat life.
Lets the next person become the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yes.
Because they're thieves, not murderers, technically.
Yes, and they are actually, especially the Southern Guild, it used to be known for their honor.
I'm still really reeling about the 10 years ago situation.
Patala, why is the 10 years so important? Or do we need to discuss
You
that?
do remember me talking about what happened. Have I told Mr. Lakewood this?
I don't think he's been
I
part
don't
of
think you
it.
told Mr. Lakewood.
I'm going to give him some information on my past here. I'm not going to go through it, but basically what I said before on what I've been through and with the guild and my I'm not going to mention my friend dying at this moment, but what I went through and that I left the guild there to move on around 10 years ago. So,
Oh, are you the one with the mark?
yes. That is
I've heard of that.
That's
One of my
why
friends told me that someone tried to negotiate to have the mark apply here.
yes, and I am curious about the guildmaster here in the Northern Kingdoms because they have some reason to make it not hold here, and I'm curious as to why because I don't know them either.
Yeah, they. I do know that that person supposedly sent the envoy back to the south with a declaration that all Southern Guild members are banned from coming into the north.
I mean, and that's to me that's powerful, and it's got to mean something. The only thing I can think is that the Southern Guildmaster knows me, and the Northern Guildmaster knows me, and that is a bit scary.
Do you
To
know
be
the,
honest.
Do you happen to know
Well,
the
the
time
Northern
frame?
Guildmaster is a very much of a recluse. He has not been in. In fact, I don't think he's been in a city in the last 5 years.
Interesting.
He, for a while, he was actually a wanted man in Larkin because he decided to make it be known to the king that you don't displease the Thieves Guild without good cause. So he broke into the king's house and if memory serves me, he personally wiped his rear end on the king's bed pillow.
Okay.
Interesting.
While the king was watching.
That's the way to leave your mark.
And he walked out, and all the guards were like, "What are you talking about, my liege? There was no one here."
Oh wow. Definitely a powerful man then.
Yes, somehow, I believe, if memory serves me, he does know a good bit of magic.
And does anyone know his race?
No, from what I understand, he has been in charge for about 40 years.
40 years.
And actually, wait, come to think of it, the legends I've heard, he may not have aged much during that time, so he's probably not a human. Or if he
Charles,
is a human, he's got something.
Well, that doesn't really narrow it down.
Charles, is there any chance that the 40-year mark would correspond to when Hatala believes her father died?
I don't know.
How old are you?
Well,
I'd have to look that up.
halflings live longer.
Yes.
As well as
I just didn't have it in my head that she was at like in her 40s.
I've got information here somewhere on her age.
Don't halflings live to be about 200 or so?
Yeah, something like
Mhm.
that. I want to say she's like, I don't. You know what? I think I know where it is. It's in my app.
You just look good for your age. That's good. I did have another a side question too. I'll take out like a piece of paper and I want to draw the like the warning that I saw on that door in the hideout to see if I can't. I didn't know exactly what it was, if it was a for the hand previously.
Okay, so you draw it.
Yes.
Make a
Oh, dang.
drawing something from memory.
I believe it was
Make him do a crafting check.
I believe it said stay out or something to that effect, but
Make a no, it wouldn't be society.
it was
Performance
worded
check?
in such a way that I couldn't figure out.
Recall. I know it's called recall, but I don't remember
Oh,
what. Hold on a second. I've got the book.
I think you
I
can
gotta
do
go
it.
old school.
Wow, gotta crack the book out. Wow.
I think you can do like a knowledge recall on just about any skill.
Yeah, it's a lower. Recall knowledge. You attempt the skill check to try to remember a bit of knowledge regarding a topic related to the skill. Well, that's for a skill. Recall knowledge untrained. To remember useful information on a topic, you can attempt to recall knowledge. You might know basic information about something. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
No, I don't think. Let me look at the skills to see if there's a skill that might be applicable. Crafting is going to be the fallback if nothing else.
So
I think it's going to be a hard roll.
I looked it up and I had 22 down, but I'm going with 32 for
Okay.
her age.
I thought you said 40 years coinciding with your father's death.
No, I was just trying to place because I don't know Charles what he's come up with.
Yeah, I
so,
was just saying.
So now, if 40 years wouldn't
Yeah, it's an 8-year
makes
gap.
sense.
I don't think.
right. Well, I mean, I'm just now looking up what the heck her age was, so or deciding her age rather. So she's 32, so 42 would be, or 40 would be before she was born, so she wouldn't think of that. I was just trying to see if she would think of it. That's all. And now I know.
I'm thinking it's going to be a straight intelligence check.
Ugh, all right, here we go. We did intelligence earlier. We're looking for big number. Nope.
Oh!
I would like to use a hero point on this because I really want to know.
Roll again.
Oh boy.
This is
Watch
bad.
this be a 1. Watch it be a 1. Not much better.
2.
Okay, is there any chance I saw this symbol?
No, you
Because
would
I
not
know
have.
I looked at the door.
You would not have seen it.
Because I was the first one to inspect the door.
But she may remember the door.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and if you were trying to come up with something in a drawing and I noticed what it was, I may be able to recall that.
All right, so make your check.
Can we do a what check?
Intelligence.
Okay.
Does it help if I describe what portion of the door it would have been located in?
I would allow it to add a +1.
Oh, it's just a straight intelligence. That's a.
Yeah.
Where are those?
It's under
Abilities.
Abilities.
Ah, there it is.
third from the right.
Dang it!
Unless you want to use a hero point.
I mean, might as well. We use them so not often.
Oh, worth it.
There we go.
You perfectly draw out everything on the door.
Everything on the door.
Not sure what exactly you wanted, but this is.
It's like it's all of a sudden that I get my hand just gets taken over and it's like, oh, it's probably on there.
It needs to operate like a printer where you're just like going straight back and forth and just like popping it out exactly, spot for spot.
And so he's like, he looks at the door. He's like, so where did you find this door?
It's in a thieves' hideout in the middle of the forest.
Near, oh, what was that town called?
He looks at you and gives you a symbol. He gives you the symbol and he asks,
Yeah.
so are
Yeah.
you talking to them?
So I'll flash him the symbol back. I'm like, I'm talking to you.
I know.
What is he saying? Dang it. Do you
While
want?
they're exchanging this, I look at the picture and go, "Dang, Tom.
Here, let's go. Just step over here real quick.
You
so
got
we
a
can discuss it.
photographic memory or something? Jeez."
No, it was a locked door,
Sometimes things just
warded with a fire spell.
set in there.
I'm
That's
saying, are you sharing the information with them?
Hatala sort of knows. Eve might be able to pick it up. No one else really knows.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you had only
But
told
it
us.
was only Hatala and Eve that were down.
Oh,
in
because
that
we
fight.
were just. That's right. It was only
All
us
right.
down there.
I will be vague.
Dang it! I was
This is
specific.
a warded door, and it is official guild business of both guilds.
Okay. Keep it closed.
From what I understand, if it was found in a Thieves Guild safe house, it is probably a other safe house or safe.
Okay.
Because I do know the other agency does have some cross membership in the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
Because sometimes when things need to be done, they don't need to be done in the public.
Okay. I do have someone I can talk to about it on site, so.
Okay,
Thank you.
good luck. Anything else?
You've been very helpful to us,
No problem. You brought my family back to me.
and I'm so glad we were able to. It's definitely something that we didn't expect would happen.
On a side note too, I have this thing now. I'm working on the ability to, I guess, absorb or burn out the Curacious Stone power. So I don't necessarily want to say I have a cure, but I might have a lead on that.
Well, even if you can burn out the essence of the fire or whatever is within them,
It would at least prevent anything else from.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, but if they've already lost their minds, they've already lost their minds, right?
well,
That's just that's just something
it
I
might
want to
give
throw
them a
out there.
starting point to start rebuilding, though.
Yes, it's not something we need to
If
detour
anything,
from, but
I would appreciate it.
All right.
It's possible with my blood, he may recover.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And if he does recover, do you think that he would take on the mantle of the curse that you have,
I don't
or
know.
do you think? Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
too
mind
much
if
of a
he did.
mystery.
Yeah.
You ready to move on?
Very long time. So many people I known, watching them grow old and die.
Well, before you depart, please impart all wisdom and all knowledge to someone, because you are a very good resource for information. Thank you.
I think that was the.
And Eve, if you try to say something, you are muted.
No,
Yes, it's the primary reason I consider it a curse.
Mm.
All I know is my father had it, even though I never met him.
I think we're done with this
All right. Anything else?
I don't have anything else for Mr. Lakewood, but I do have a question for you, Charles. The meeting room, wasn't it somewhere close to the library, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken? So
Right off the library.
yeah, just as a caveat, you guys want to go check out the new chamber?
Yep, that was my next go-to.
All right, cool. That's what I was thinking.
All right. Now, what did you say, Mo? Sorry. You want to go check out the library?
Yeah, I was saying like if we're done with the conversation after Mr. Lakewood leaves, since we're close to the library, to go ahead and check out the new chamber or whatever that popped up.
Okay.
I'm in agreement.
All right. So, Mr. Lakewood bids you a day and heads back to his chamber. And the Anati is waiting outside for you.
Hello and good day.
Greetings. Are y'all done?
I think we
Yes.
are. Yes.
All right. We'll clean the room.
Thank you very much. The
And
snacks were exquisite.
another one comes out of nowhere you never saw, and they both go into the room to start cleaning.
They keep better than you, Hatala.
Sneaky, sneaky.
All right. And as they're cleaning, is there anything else we can help you with?
Walk over and grab one last snack off the snack tray. And, no, I think that'll be it.
The location of the new room in the library.
Oh, if you will go to the main center of the library and turn right, there's a stairwell going up to the new area.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
All right. You go and move up to the stairs, and you follow the path exactly as you said, and you get to a door that is the heaviest door you've seen in the tree.
Ooh.
And it's wooden?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But when you touch it, it feels like it's hard like steel.
How big is this door?
Probably about 8 feet tall and about 4 feet wide.
Wow, this is a big door to be in a library.
Try opening it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I'm gonna try the door handle. See if
Yes,
it's a
it
push
opens.
or a pull.
As you open it, it's almost like it didn't want to move at first, but then it lets it open.
I wonder if it was. If any of other people tried and they may have been blocked out. I wonder if it was keyed to the owners or not.
Yeah, the stewards of the tree.
Yes. Oh, okay. Let's head on in, folks.
Well, we can ask the librarian tender on our way out.
The tree tender?
Well, no, the librarian, the one that is in the library that has sorted out all the books and things.
Oh, see if they've not been able to open the door. You mean?
Yeah, see if they have attempted
Yeah,
to.
because there's a couple elder Anati who stay in the library at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I like these people.
They love books.
I need to bio break. Blah, blah.
Yep,
So
that thing.
Bio break. Okay.
yes,
It took
it
me a
didn't.
second to figure out what the heck you were
It
trying to
absolutely did not come out right.
Try to figure out what in-game item that was.
Dang, guys, we're up to 8 viewers. Did you guys hear me, or am I muted?
I heard you.
You're
Yeah,
not muted. You're good.
yeah, we're up to 8 viewers. Oh,
Nice.
dropped down to 6. It's weird though,
It's
because
because you're talking about them.
well, it's because we had the same. Well, I'm looking at the users in chat, and we haven't lost any. Well, I guess it's in chat though. Well, they also probably jumped in close to the bio break too, which is unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, we also had one bot come in, the ET Smith 17 one. They popped in. They got banned. What bots was it, Dragon? Do you know?
It's the one with the deleted.
No, 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 no. That was almost an hour, almost 2 hours ago. Because I know there was that one, but that one got banned. On the viewers list. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to get there. This I got it smashed so close. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
It's the Sandman.
Bring me a dream.
Like it's ill. Plus, a lot of times too is that the viewer count it takes a while for it to update, so people could jump in and then jump out, and then it takes a minute for it to actually update.
What's the count?
We're at 8 right now. Thank you guys for sticking with us and listening to our story. It's normally a lot more entertaining because yeah, crazy stuff happens all the time. Isn't that right, Fireball? I mean, with that.
Well, it didn't help that I literally woke up 5 minutes into when we were supposed to start.
Even though he was here,
So
he just was just staring at the screen blank, and so I think he was sleepwalking for the first 30 minutes or so.
Mm.
You know, I keep waiting for you to have to go running off with having a baby.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it too.
I was thinking it would be just about right for it to come like 5 minutes after we started.
Yeah. What I want, this is what I want. When we go in on Tuesday, they go, "Oh, all right, yep. Let's go ahead and admit you. Cool. This back and forth from here to Birmingham,
Mm.
it's wearing on me. But you know, when she says, "I feel like we have to go," I'm like, "Okay." You know, I don't really even ask questions.
It's best not to.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're pretty much done cooking though, right?
Well, technically, as of Thursday, we're at full term, which is 37 weeks. Um, so, well, I mean, he's good. He's strong. He's probably around 7.5 pounds right now. Pushing 8. I mean, he's gonna be very healthy.
Has
So,
he assumed the position?
yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been like that for 2.5, maybe 3 weeks now.
Okay.
So we're ready. It's just we gotta wait for those actual labor contractions.
So
Apparently, he's not ready.
yeah,
Yeah.
our cars.
Well,
After this baby gets here, our car's really going to be living up that whole zombie vibe. Just
yeah.
dead eyes, looking bad.
Oh, I forgot
I'm-
you're undead.
I'm
I don't know
I'm gonna be
how.
the one. I'm gonna be the one that's half asleep. for
Talked
the
about it
first 30
tonight,
minutes.
dude.
Oh, like I said, I was probably asleep for the first hour of it.
Yeah, he was sleep.
I'm sorry.
He was sleepwalking. Yeah, he was sleepwalking through the stream. Yeah.
He said that you can probably get a ton of copper, and it's going to be pretty lucrative. So about a ton a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a note here. Fortify mine with the goblins. Ton of copper or more a year. In case you were asleep still. Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
did
was.
miss that. I'm sorry, guys.
That's why I was like, Nita, this is your investment.
And that's what
I'm like-
that's
Because I
what
was
Akar
like,
was
why
saying.
is he not talking?
I'm sitting there going like, as soon as you like called my name, I was like, perception check. Yeah, Like, what are you doing? Like,
Roll the dice, Nina.
okay.
And you got what we were trying to do with the goblins.
So we're employing goblins to do the work.
Yeah, we're gonna.
No. To do guard
No.
duty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since it's their land, see if
Yes.
we can
That
cut them
sounds like
in
a good
for
idea.
a fraction of the profit and see if they'll, defend the area as the good goblins as a way to better them and to show that we mean peace and we're willing to work. And better
Build some
ourselves.
loyalty up there too. I think that's a good idea. Thank you for acting properly in my stead.
Because I was like, well, goblins are attacking, but goblins live there, so
See if they'll attack their own kind.
Was it goblins attacking? I thought it was
they're-
like a mutated.
Like a mutated bear or something.
Yeah.
There were other footprints and things of that nature. We don't know exactly.
And they
what
said
they
a
were.
hobgoblin.
Mm.
Yeah, but you got to remember, there's good goblins and also bad goblins in that area.
And hobgoblins are goblins.
So
Hobgoblins are a different species and are insulted if you call them a goblin.
So,
So always call them goblins. Gotcha.
yeah, so remember, hobgoblins attack the camp. Gotcha.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
All right, y'all are in the new library section, and the door is extremely heavy and very strong, and the inside walls seem to be made of the same wood.
does this wood seem like the ironwood or whatever it is the bed was made out of?
It does remind you of that. And the room is probably 30 feet across. There is a central pillar in the middle with bookshelves lining it, and then bookshelf cubbies lining all the walls around it. Like it's a circular room.
Is it
It's
is it
like the
empty or
restricted
filled
section.
with books?
It's totally empty.
Okay.
And there's some cobwebs in here.
I wonder if I can. I've gathered a lot of journals and books. I think I might try to convert it into like a private study.
Is this what we've learned about the tree and things? Does the tree begin to grow based upon the whims and desires of those who are connected to it? Is that what we're seeing here?
As far as you know, that's the way it works. What y'all want and desire and tell the tree to do, it does.
Right. Okay. So this is basically exactly what Core is after here. A private study that is protected. Heavily protected.
Yeah, this would be a good place for all the really important books.
Did we bring Debbie into the
No,
tree council? Okay.
I don't believe we did.
No, because there is a chance that we could add to the council later. But
He actually declined. We
yeah,
did
that's right,
invite
that's
him to, and he declined at that time.
because he liked to stay down in the basement working on his stuff. That's correct. But it was just the original with 6 of us because it was easier to add than it was to remove, if I remember correctly.
All right. There's a knock on the door.
Hello.
Do we
I
want
don't
to
want
see if
to. I don't want to open it. Can they hear me through the door?
You hear a muffled, hello? Are y'all in there?
Yes. Are you able to open the door?
No, this door doesn't work.
I opened the door.
Oh, it works.
Are they able to step through after the door is open?
Yes.
Did you have several people try to open it?
Yes, the librarian was very angry.
Yes. I think this is probably keyed to the tree council. I think only we can open it.
Core, we might want to test that. It may be keyed to you.
Okay. Let's shut the door.
I step outside.
Okay.
I try the door.
It resists for a second, but then opens.
Okay. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Nah, that's enough proof for me.
I was about to say, because I probably am the least one that's desiring books at the moment.
We would like to stand here for the next hour, opening and closing this door.
Yeah. We want to go through all manner of...
Everybody gets a try. Gets to Hatala, he's like, you're going to have to roll a strength. Because that's the only thing keeping you from doing it.
What are you doing?
All right, so what do y'all do now? Leonardi's standing there.
Yes. What did you need?
Oh, I forgot. There is a letter waiting for you.
For whom?
You,
All of us. Or just a car.
all of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's go check that out.
It's in the meeting room.
Thank you.
Wow, we were just going back and forth today.
Well, we couldn't find you, so we figured we'd bring it there.
No, that was
Can
a
you
very
pass word to the
smart move.
librarian that I'll be making the issue with the door and that I'll be making it into a private study?
What was that?
I'll swing back around to talk to the librarian later. Just wanted to
Okay.
inform the librarian of the door issue.
Okay.
We got to get our steps in.
All right. So you make it to the study, and there is a letter sitting there.
We were just in here too. I'm gonna grab the letter. I want to see what it says.
All right.
Wait. We got to use an Adept's letter opener.
No, I'm not touching that thing.
Well,
I'll
don't
whip
have
it
to
out
touch
and
let him
cut the
touch
letter open while it's in your hand, and then
It's
put it back in
basically
your pocket.
been in his butt.
Well, throw it to you. Got to. I want to see you throw it at the wall, and
Yeah, I throw it and cut the letter in midair, and then it comes back to me.
Do you though?
nice.
Yeah,
That may be what you want to do.
that's what I
But
do.
is that what
unless-
happens?
That's what I do unless Charles requires me to roll for it.
Roll for
You have to roll
dexterity.
for that.
Okay.
So I'm going for the letter, and he's throwing a letter opener at the. Okay, here we go.
Watch your hand.
All right.
Oh!
What did he do?
Yes! That is great!
No way!
So Nina throws the knife, and it perfectly just slices through the wax, flies past him, stings into the wall, and then momentarily it disappears.
Man, that was
Okay,
great.
the letter's open, so I take out the contents.
That was great. That was great.
It's the appropriate use
And-
of a nat 20.
Nita, you notice that there's now a tight feeling in your pants.
Oh God.
Oh, my pants are tight again.
The knife is now in your right butt cheek.
Oh
All
God.
right.
What?
It's basically stuffed down your pants, and it is cutting your cheek.
Oh, I'll take it out of my butt cheek then, and say,
Roll for
You should
remind
know, that's
remind
the
me
way-
to add this to our shopping list. I need a scabbard for this.
What you need is butt armor.
Yeah,
What?
there you
Or not to throw the sentient weapon.
go.
It's the thing,
It
like
did the job.
He needs
the
some
letter
sti- he
opener,
needs
like
some-
specifically wants to be in your butt, dude. And I don't understand this because
He
it
needs some-
keeps doing that.
you gotta get some iron underwear.
Angry
There,
with him
guy.
messing around with it.
I'm trying to give it true purpose. Its purpose is to open letters, apparently.
Apparently, its purpose is to hold within it two souls, and that's it.
And to open letters. They should have picked something else to put itself in. They didn't want me to open
Like-
letters
like
with
a
it. It should have been a
urn.
paperweight.
Yeah, if you had used a vase, you'd be sitting on a shelf with a flower in you.
Yeah. If you've been a paperweight, I just leave you in my pocket and take you out and show people occasionally. Like, hey, look at this weird thing.
Have you thought about trying to leave the letter opener with the heart of the tree? See if it'll stay.
Sure.
The dryad's
Didn't
old
we
body?
try to bring it close to it before?
I don't remember.
No, you haven't done anything with the heart of the tree with it. All right.
So,
You gonna look
yes,
at the
I
letter?
need to do that.
Yes, I'm looking at the letter.
All right. It is from Eric. And basically, you read through it, and it tells about how currently he has heard rumors of a group of explorers that are currently climbing the mountain, the Lonely Mountain. They are wanting to do research on the new caldera that has appeared, even though it has no fire, and try to figure out why the mountain blew.
They're gonna get
I
my
mean, we could
airship.
tell him that.
But he says he doesn't quite trust the group themselves. Seems to have come from nowhere. He can't find any information about them, any information about where they supposedly came from, and they seem to be going with a little bit more gear than would be expected of people climbing.
Hmm.
You think
Doesn't
the
know
Adventurers
what's going
Guild
on.
would know something about this group?
It's possible, but he doesn't know anything about that. He just says that
Did you ask the letter a question, Atala?
No. It's not my fault the letter answered.
and at the bottom of the note, he has a P.S. I've seen that Archie thing you have in the back of the wagon you left here. I know I've seen that somewhere before. Don't know
Uh-oh.
where, but I remember seeing something like it. I'm going to try to figure out where it was, and if I can remember, I'll tell you.
Okay.
That means that somewhere there's a portal arch that he knows of. So that is good information to find out.
We say that during our dinner with Debbie, we told him about the arch and the broken network. That should have come up back then. I just want to make sure it was part of
You
canon.
said you said you let him know about what was going on.
Yeah, we did. We're trying not to say stuff
Darn.
a whole lot of times over again. But but no, my question was actually to our group.
Okay.
Like, as in, do you guys think the Adventurers Guild would know about this? Like, we could go ask them, because we do have a inn in that, right? Haven't we talked to them now? I can't
No.
even remember.
Our inn is Mr. Lakewood. When we're ready to go meet up with them, we can go there. But it's going to require us, maybe after the Thieves' Hideout, we can go north to Riven. But we have to get there by foot. And for what I remember
That's right.
what I remember about the Adventurers Guild is that they're a bunch of old lazy bums that are basically living off of the legacy of their forebears.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of why, like, I don't know if I feel like they're gonna have information,
Yes.
because that's what Brianna told us. They have information. They just don't want to share it because they're just hoarding it. But
Mhm.
you would think if there is a group doing whatever they're doing like that, they would know about it at least.
Yeah. I mean, we only have a small pot of people that we know about. You just said adventurers, right? You didn't say dwarves or anything.
No,
Group of
just
explorers.
explorers.
We could try talking with the kobolds in the mountain again, making sure that we gave them instructions on how to.
Well,
Didn't we give
have
them the
we
instructions before?
we sent them a message, and then we did not give them instructions because we specifically I specifically mentioned that I was not going to insult their intelligence by telling them how to do a ritual that they probably knew how to do.
Well, I'll work on that tonight then. I'll try to figure out a way to communicate with them, the same person this last time, and give them details. So I'll work on
Okay.
that for the rest of the night.
Okay, 'cause it's already almost 10 p.m.
You want to type up the message you're going to send?
It's basically a how-to on how to communicate.
Okay.
A message ritual. I don't really want to type it.
Okay, if you brought up the kobolds, this is going to bring me to, did we ever try the portal key that connects to the Lonely Mountain to see if it still works? I don't think we did. Devi may have.
Was that
we may have passed it to him.
Was that not the one-way portal? I thought we came out of the.
I thought we had a key.
We had
You
a blank.
found the key, you were in the Lonely Mountain.
Yeah, we had a key that would open a portal in the Lonely Mountain. My
Okay.
concern was when everything crashed, the portal's receptacle got broken, so therefore it wouldn't open. But we've never tested to see if it would
Yeah.
connect.
It's worth a shot. That would, well, I don't know if that would necessarily put us closer to Riven because we'd have to climb out.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a expeditious way to get to any other place except for the Lonely Mountain.
Or to the airship.
The airship floated away. Core, it floated away.
I can have hopes and dreams. Stop trying
There-
to
now-
shatter them.
Now here's the hope that I can give you. There may not have only been one.
Yeah.
But how did it float? It's in the air.
To track down
Flew-
some blood
it-
elves.
It flew away.
Yo, Winky has got some weird face issues right now.
Something is afoot.
Hey man, he's just jamming out over there. Alright.
So in the morning, did we want to go back, or we didn't get really any information on the vault door, did we?
We were supposed to ask. Wait,
We did ask about the Evermore,
we did. Yeah, I think. I
but
guess
we
he
didn't
didn't have
really.
any information.
Just
Yeah,
catch him
he
at
didn't.
breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really specifically ask about the door, but we did ask about the connection between the two families.
Well, you're talking about with Mr. Lakewood. I believe we did ask Devi if he had any thoughts about the door, but I don't believe we got any answers at that time.
Oh yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So, are y'all ready to go to bed?
Yeah.
You sleep the night without anything major happening.
Core, did you get hurt?
How did you do
Yeah.
that?
I clicked the rest
Rest
button.
for the night.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for everyone.
I did get hurt because of Winky.
Oh,
Why do
looks
they-
like
Why do they
Looks like
all
I-
say Hatala Puck?
Hatala was very
Oh,
hurt.
'cause-
Apparently.
Kairos goes to bed, and the Adept goes to bed.
I don't know.
It's just under
I
your
tried
name.
to
You're
select
probably the one
everyone.
selected.
It should say it for individual people, but
You were probably clicked on me, I guess.
yeah, I think I had you clicked on separately beforehand.
Even Aratane went to bed, and Kairos.
I
Wow, they
just grabbed
actually
everyone.
had hit points that were not restored.
Oh, I need to do a thing before I forget to do the thing.
Okay.
Don't forget to do the thing.
All right.
Are you gonna be right back? Is what you said.
No. I'm sorry.
know
I was
what
just.
he's doing.
I was just.
Oh.
I was updating my notes. If I can figure out where I stuck the notes. Dang it! That's not what I wanted.
Oh wait, bud.
Oh, that's because I have the wrong freaking program open. All right, we can keep on going though. Are we at waking up for breakfast? We're meeting up for breakfast.
course.
Yeah, I'm in
Of
the
course.
mood for pancakes and bacon. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find it, but I want to get something equivalent. I'm craving pancakes and bacon.
Core,
Yes,
do you see your messages?
yes, I do. That's why I was.
Also, while I'm at
basically-
breakfast, I'm
I
looking for a
am-
huge block of cheese for Nadette.
Because it's a two-part.
Yes, I got both of them.
All right, you make it down to breakfast.
All right, as I like to do over the course of breakfast, I would like to share my dreams.
Oh God, I dream again.
And that's what I was doing. I was updating my dream journal that I have started collecting. So yeah, I dreamed of the that metal clanging again and the chanting of burn, burn, burn. But it's in time now with the clanging and the chanting is all in time, and the fire actually spoke to me now, and it said, "Burn the dark, light the fire, release the trap." And I also got the next part was return what was many one.
Return what was many
One.
one.
Yes.
That sounds interesting.
Yes. Burn
Kind
the
of
dark.
sounds like an instruction manual.
Yeah. Burn the dark, light the fire, release the trap, return what was many one. That was the dream.
Is the many the pieces of the Titan?
Maybe.
Release the trap. Something that's trapped. The fire Titan that's trapped. If you burn
Ooh.
away the darkness, you'll light the fire.
I mean,
Release
there
the
was
fire
a
Titan.
war at one
put it back
point.
together.
I would want to research the ancients and why the wars took place before we just try to resurrect the Titan.
I mean, I didn't
What
say
if-
that.
what if
I'm just
you're-
trying to
what if-
figure out what it means.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
But what if you're supposed to be the next Titan? What if you're the one that is supposed to absorb all these pieces of the Titan?
I'd say that the Titan is the Titan, and if anything, Core is a
But he's
champion or a
He's the
Primarch
chosen. He's the
of
chosen.
the Titan.
Hmm.
But you saw him absorb the Titan's blood earlier or yesterday.
I
Right,
mean, it might
because-
have to do with when it says burn the dark. It might have to do with burning death to get rid of the Quel'Ath, and then I don't know. Whatever.
I'd say this is probably one of the most informative dreams you've had.
Yes, it is. I would say we'll rendezvous again tomorrow morning. And
From what you were saying, though,
That's what we do every morning. So
from what you were saying, it's almost like they're trying to start a mixtape. It sounds pretty rhythmic and musical.
yes.
so would you say that this mixtape is fire?
Oh yes.
Mm.
It's hot.
I'm losing connection. I don't know.
Dad joke.
An old man sits down near you guys.
What's up, dog?
I was talking to Debbie this morning, and he mentioned some of the new information y'all found.
And who are you?
Is he
Oh,
the
I'm sorry, we haven't met. I am.
is he the ancient translator?
Yes, he is. He's
thought-
the ancient translator.
I think I met him once.
I hand the block of cheese that I got for Nadette as he sits down. Here you go, buddy. I got some cheese for you, so you don't have to ask.
Yes, we found some
Thanks,
new.
man.
We found some new ancient ruins, an outpost. We brought back some new scrolls.
Yes. You one thing though, you mentioned the word Primarch.
Yes.
Yeah, I've actually found that word a couple times in my studies.
Ooh, I like it. Did you find anything on champions
But
also?
that's not the word that was used. Primarch is a translation. The proper word, and he says a word in Kiminoan that you understand, and it basically is avatar.
Okay.
It did come, and too bad it's
And-
not Peyton.
Does anyone see my pencil
The more
anywhere?
common usage of the term would be vessel.
Here you go. I got you, Core. Here you go.
Thank you. I got it.
Yeah, the more common tongue today, the word would actually be translated to vessel.
Uh-oh.
A
This is-
vessel of the Titan.
And that was the Primarch, correct?
Correct. And I do know from some of the other research that we've done, the Kiminoans spent a couple decades hunting down every one of these avatars that they could find and killing them.
Well, I guess Core just became higher on our do not let die list.
Well, I mean, there's no Kaminoans anymore.
Apparently, the Kiminoans were trying to figure out how to take their power and give it to themselves. They were trying to forcefully transfer the connection to the Titans.
You know, it's no wonder to me that everybody hated these people.
And the one other thing I can tell you is, after the death of the Titans, there has been no new avatars since. Because the Titans were directly blessing individuals to become their living embodiment on this world.
Interesting.
But they did mention that there were many that were still blessed in another way and were basically considered the chosen champions of the Titan. They were given a gift of power, but not a link to the source of power.
Ah.
And Debbie said that I should tell you this. I'm not sure why.
Do you know if these champions are capable of becoming vessels? Or if it's
It would make sense that that would be something along those lines, because, I mean, the connection is there. It's just, it's more of a one-way connection instead of the two-way that supposedly these avatars had.
Is there any information in it that may have spoke of the avatars being literally controlled by the Titans, or did they have minds of their own?
From what I gather, they did not. They were not controlled by the Titans because after all the Titans died, the Avatars didn't stop doing what they were doing.
Okay.
They are independent living beings that are blessed with a measure of the Titan's own immortal strength. Effectively, they will never die.
Core, I think we
The
can find you an
champions are
upgrade.
ordinary people.
We might be able to find you an upgrade.
Yeah. I am the legacy.
Yeah, I don't think he's a champion. I think he's an avatar.
And what makes you say that, Hatana?
Because he seems to have a connection to the source. It just
Well-
seems more than just a given power. It seems like he is connected to the source of power.
True, but is is it a two-way?
It speaks to him.
I
Can
can
he
I
speak
can
back?
try
Can he speak back
meditating
for?
and seeing if I can't communicate.
Because that would be the definitive proof is if he's able to return.
Well, from what I understand, these Primarchs, they are basically the laws of the universe do not apply to them. I remember telling of one of them spent most of his days just hovering around in the air around him because gravity did not affect him.
Core,
Well-
jump. Can you fly?
We've already seen proof of this. Fire does not affect core like it does anyone else.
Yeah, but that's only one though.
And which one is he connected to?
No,
Fire.
these
It's
avatars are
all.
not bound by any of the physical rules.
Yes. Jump
Life,
and see if you
death.
float.
Gravity, they don't need to breathe. Nothing matters to them.
So
They're
a car is
sustained
closer than
from the power
core.
that they are given.
Well, I was blown up by a huge stone.
And then the stone was collected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was that maze that absconded with it.
With a flying guy who summoned it back to him.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
jump. I stand up and I jump in the air and see if I float.
No.
You
Well,
fall and
what
hit your
What is
face.
this?
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot.
Oh, okay. No. Thank you.
Maybe I haven't got enough power yet. Maybe I haven't learned it enough yet.
I mean, that dude with the birds was like floating in the air. That kind of concerns me.
And he had direct power over the Death Stone.
Yeah.
Take
That
all the fragments and turn them back into one piece.
that dude's probably a Primarch. That explains him almost completely.
Yeah.
They were ravens, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Large black bird. I didn't find this out till recently, but like ravens are like the size of hawks. They're huge.
Yes, ravens
Whatever.
are big.
Yeah, whenever I heard a raven, I think crow. I don't know.
And ravens are smart.
Yeah, they are. They're like parrots. Parrot smart. They just
Yeah,
don't-
they're a omen of Edgar Allan Poe.
And ravens can learn to speak too.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. I did not know that.
They don't have the vocabulary that parrots have, but they can learn to speak and mimic sounds.
There's a whole Doctor Who episode that covers it.
Yeah.
One where they meet Vikings, so
Hey, Vikings!
I think it's Vikings.
It
Pretty
would
sure
make
it's
sense.
Vikings.
Did we lose ever? We lost half our peoples.
Well, my wife just came back in, so I guess the kids just decided to bust out and go to her, and then Mo just kind of got up.
Maybe he went to go see your wife and say hi.
I guess if he shows up, I might freak out a little bit. Like, dude,
How do you know
are
where I
you
live?
stalking me? Yes, for real.
Where are you at?
All right. So what's on our as we finishing? What's on our agenda? We need to get back to. Do we need to talk to Devi again? Do we need to get back down to Bastool? Do we need to get on the sub crypt? Do we want to get on the road?
Well,
Do we want to
you
try the
can
Lonely Mountain thing
subscribe
key?
or
Well,
get onto the road.
I'm gonna tell you
Put it-
right.
Well, there was a receiving portal in Bastool that did not have a stone to activate it. But we're not too concerned about needing that activated. There was the 4 metal books. We've looked through one. A car was going to set up the thing with the goblins.
Well, to do that, you're going to have to travel down to the town.
Yeah.
Was it Lorne or Larn?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, or find goblins within this between Bastool and. But it'd probably be best to talk to the ones we've already talked to.
Yeah, you'd want to talk to a chief.
Well, there was that outpost at Lauren.
We
Um,
can test the portal key that connects to the Lonely Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna let you
Oh,
know. Right
I'd say we
now,
do that
A
while-
car's, a
I
car's,
know what's-
ice cream
a
cake.
I
car's
know what's
bow
happening
fingers,
now.
A car's bow fingers getting really itchy. Just-
Everyone prepare to sing.
What?
Singing happy birthday.
I'm coming. Oh my god.
Oh! Hey, don't burn down the house now.
I'm 9.
Remember to watch the flame.
Don't
Speak
get
to
your
me.
beard in it. Don't get your
At least
beard
we're
in it.
streaming this, so if he accidentally
Watch
catches
the
his beard on
beard.
fire, it'll be
Watch the beard.
saved.
This is nowhere near as close as it looks like it is.
And he drops it on the floor.
This is the most disorganized birthday song I've ever heard. They're not sparking.
And many more.
There we go. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, there's that strawberry cake.
All right, that makes a lot more sense why everybody disappeared.
Yeah, them candles with that light, your backlight off, man. Yeah, it was a flare there.
Yeah, they turned off the lights in the room, so the only thing that was light was those candles. But yeah, that thing was like, it was like that far away from me, but it looked like it was like right here.
So you said we're doing the Lonely Mountain first. Is that,
I think it's
Or
a
did we need to
decent
talk
time to
to-
try it.
or did we get information on the
The vault?
Bastool, the Bastool portal?
We can check in with Debbie, see if he came up with anything,
I guess if he's at
On the-
breakfast.
or the Aramore vault.
Yeah. I hope you're doing
So
it.
you go talk to Debbie first?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Is he at breakfast by chance?
No, he's not.
No. Okay. Well,
So you go down to his chamber, and he is working away.
Thank you. Thank you.
Debbie, we wanted to talk to you real quick about the portal we found in Bastool.
Don't do that.
Okay, you found a portal. Do you have the key?
No, that's the problem. It's a receiving portal, and it had no key, and they actually specifically mentioned the portal system had been down.
Hmm. Without the key, I can't think of any way to open it up. I mean, there may be a spell for that, but I've not found it so far.
Okay.
But
Well-
it's easier to make a key to a reception portal than it is to any generic spot. I've learned that much. Making a reception portal is difficult, and I haven't quite figured that out, but I do know of the enchantment or ritual needed to bind an existing gem to an existing archway.
So you could create
In
one.
theory, I can create a key to an archway if you find it.
Well, we have found an archway.
Is this based off of runes, or how do you know where the receive? Like, is it just location based, or is it?
No, you bind it to either a space, just a place, or you bind it to a specific arch, which is the easier way. Without the without the arch to act as the anchor for the binding, you have to do a much more elaborate ritual that I haven't figured out yet.
Yeah, you got to build the arch. Then you have to name them the same on both sides.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then you put a sign behind it so that you can see. Where
Only if you want to be organized.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha.
I was watching a video today for a guy who he's playing on a multiplayer server, and one guy keeps going around to everyone else's houses, taking random things from them and placing sausages around the house instead. He's
What?
literally mounting item stands with sausages all over their houses.
I
You
mean,
can mount the
I mean,
sausage, but you
honestly-
can't mount the wishbone bone.
I mean,
Oh.
I
The
mean,
guy's bed is covered in
paying
sausage.
for
His
it.
fireplace is covered in sausage. His portals each have a sausage sticking in the middle.
Oh yes, I've seen that guy. He's the they do like a whole sausage commercial. That's what he does. That's his thing. He has like a sausage commercial, like something
Hillshire
farms.
Farms.
Yeah, Hillshire Farms. Like he does that and goes around and does it to everybody.
I've seen that there's a group of people who make nothing but commercials in Valheim now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That's all I do is Valheim
right.
commercial. Yeah.
So yes, he tells you if they have a key that's complete, he's about 90% certain that he can bind it to an existing arch if you find one.
I know we had a couple blank keys. So
Yes, he says that you have a total of 2 blank keys and 2 incomplete keys that seem to be everything's done, but they're missing their power source.
do we know what the power source is? Is it like that thing Needip found?
As
You got
far
like
as
a creation
the
stone
2
in it?
options he knows of is it's possible to power it with a soul or to power it with some form of powerful stone. He's guessing it may have been powered by creation stones because Agonar did not like the use of soul magic.
Core, can
Well-
you touch this and see if you can give it power? Because
I don't think he has one there.
can you absorb a creation stone and then use it like infinitely?
To power
Yeah.
a
Can you
key.
harness the power?
Yeah,
of the
Core's not
power of the-
Wi-Fi.
Why not?
But he's
Why
like
aren't
a
you
big,
Wi-Fi
he's like
yet?
he's more like a big capacitor though.
Okay,
He's not a battery either. He's not Mr. Duracell.
we're dwelling in a different position at the moment. Let's David, do you remember the Aramore vault? I believe we talked about it earlier. Do you have
Yeah.
any notes or anything on that? Theories on how to open it? Maybe.
No, I think the best bet might be going through those books you brought back because some of them seem to be talking about Bastul.
Right.
Oh, really? That is a huge help, I think, because we'd have gone there standing in front of it like morons for hours.
Yeah, the only book we've done much work on is the one that he worked on last night, and it was directly referencing Bastul and what its job was.
Alright.
So my
What-
guess is these may have been written by the soldiers stationed there.
All right, so is Bastul also a person, or is it the job of the town itself? Because I know Bastul is a place. But was there a person that was named Bastul that made the place?
Y'all don't know yet.
Let's go read the books.
All right, to the books. I would
Okay,
like.
you're going to try translating books.
Yes.
All right, you grab the second book. Make your
I w-
society check.
I want to help. I want to help Core and write down notes as he throws them at me.
Okay, this next book you have managed to find out was talking about, and it's written in the form of a log book, talking about the children being born from the soldiers who were stationed here, the last four. And it's talking about, it talks about 10 generations before it stops. And in it, it's just basically listing this begot that, this begot that, this begot that. Basically, like in the Bible.
Good old lineage.
Yeah, it's a good old lineage chunk. And it sounds like it was written as things happened, but after a while, entries stopped being added to it.
Are there any points of reference that
Do-
would line up with historical events that we had time frames for?
So far, none of it makes that much sense or anything like that. All you do know is that none of the names that you know of so far have been named.
Okay, so I was gonna ask on the last names. Do I see going to the beginning? Do I see the last name of the person in the beginning?
It is a name, but not anything you know.
Alright.
And based on the time spanning, the children are about 40 years apart. So it looks like this may cover about 800 years of their life.
All right.
And then that's when entries have stopped being added to it.
And there was
The
nothing.
book's about half empty.
All right. Yeah. If there's nothing else in the book, I want to change over to the next one.
All right. Make your check. All right. Looking through it, this one appears to be older than the others, and it appears to be an instructional manual talking about the daily life and activities of a guard and an outpost. Your guess is this is basically a training manual that the ancients had. And it talks about daily life, daily activities, don't touch the crystals, things like that.
Since I'm helping Core, does he relay this information to me since I'm taking notes and things?
Yeah.
While they're
Is this-
doing this, Charles, could I go and I would like to make a set of tongs like the set that we found that was deteriorated?
Yeah.
Could I do that?
Yeah, make a crafting check.
Deb, just remind you that you had a javelin out there.
But the reason that I ask about that is because I want to dig further into this instruction manual for guards so that we could possibly implement this type of thing when families and things come through. Start implementing something like this and take lead on
Like
training
city
guards
planning and things like
yeah,
that.
take lead on the guards and the people since I have the warlord thing and I've had the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking about this.
It's going to take a lot longer than an hour reading through it.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying like this as I'm really interested in this and I'm
You're
relaying
saying
that
that you want to read through this later.
I'll help you with it.
Yeah,
What you might
I want
need to do is have the
yeah.
ancient expert translate it for you, and then you can use it.
Yeah, because I want to be able because I'm from the notes he's giving me, I'm hearing really interesting things that I think that we can implement here since we're bringing the families in.
Mm-hmm. All right. You make a society check for the last book?
Yep.
All right. This one, you're a little bit more thorough in your coverage of the book because this one appears to be a history of the war. Talking about the first days of the war when they invaded the Blood Elves and how they conquered them, eliminated the Air Titan, and with the help of the Titan, they actually started growing their ranks and numbers, and he started giving them the gift of his energy. And talking about how basically, from the standpoint of the book, it's talking about the Earth Titan was unhappy with the hybrid Titans that were being created by all the other Titans. Because the Titans were having children with each other that were, in his opinion, an abomination, even though he had a few himself.
What a hypocrite.
But it talks about how as long as they worked towards the goal, they were allowed to live, and those that didn't, he destroyed himself.
Wasn't Takarithus?
He was the grandson.
Wasn't he? And he was a mixture, wasn't he?
No, he got perverted.
Okay.
He was a pure Earth Titan descendant.
Yeah, but
Who
how?
got infected by the stones?
But how did he procreate? Who did he
Oh, he
procreate
was-
with?
He was Earth? I thought he was Death.
He was Earth.
Okay.
He was
No, he got
infected
infected by death
by death
Okay.
and the
and by the
Quella.
Koala.
But still, how was he born if he wasn't? Anyway, that's beside the point.
Because the Titans can basically interbreed with anyone. It's not actually breeding when a Titan interbreeds with you.
Okay.
Man,
Basically, the Titan can just impart their energy and you have an offspring.
talking about the powers of creation.
So it's like Zeus.
Yes.
That seems very invasive.
Basically, the Titans are a lot like Zeus. And the story tells about how one of his children, the child of the Air Titan, actually was angry with the destruction of the Air Titan, so he killed him too.
Cord. Oh wait, I'm working on the tongs.
That's
Yeah.
almost like Zeus and Hermes.
Who?
Zeus tried to kill Hermes.
Who are those people?
Sorry, this is off tangent. Sorry, but no, that's because Hermes is he's the fast messenger guy, but yeah, he was an anyway.
And then it talks about how after they conquered the Air Titan, they managed to salvage and determine how the airships worked, and they used them to spread their empire over the whole world. Then they grew into conflict with the Fire Titan because the Fire Titan saw what happened to the Air Titan and was unhappy with it, and then there was a fight, and the Fire Titan lost. Then the Death Titan went nuts and started trying to kill off everything in the world. So the ancients mustered all their power and all their conquered people's power and managed to pursue the Death Titan into the frozen north until eventually they were able to banish it from this world completely.
Does it say how that was accomplished, or is
It does
just
not.
debate? That seemed like pretty good information to put down on a piece of paper.
It's
And the last entry of the book is talking about how it's only a matter of time before the Water Titan has to be dealt with.
previous information we've had talked about the elves destroying the Air Titan, correct?
They attacked it, and that's when the ancients realized that they were killable.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So the ancients came in, wiped out the elves and the air elemental, Air Titan.
yeah.
That
thanks
wasn't
for-
Hatala, that was just me. No
yeah,
person.
I forgot about the elves had attacked the Air Titan. I forgot.
Yeah,
about that.
the elves were basically the slaves of the Air Titan, and they didn't like that, so they decided to attack. Because some of the Titans were taking minions, some of them were taking servants, some of them were just wiping groups of people out. For the most part, they left them alone, but they kept breeding and making new creatures. Like the Titans would breed with each other, making new Titans that were lesser but still Titans. And there were a lot of those hybrid Titans around. And the book does mention at any point, if the Earth Titan found one of those, it crushed them. And basically, it also mentions that there was a religion around the Earth Titan that was built up for the ancients. And apparently, most of the deities in the world were angry about that. And that's the end of the book.
There's actually a lot of good information in that.
How far did I make it on those tongs?
You're about half done. Basically, you've got one of the tongues.
So did it tell us how to get into the vault?
It did not. But that doesn't mean it's not in one of the books somewhere. Because remember, he's glossing over them to get as much information as he can in an hour.
So are you going to need more time to look over them? I think you're muted.
How about now?
Yeah, you're good. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, I'll definitely need more time to find that vault thing. I'm leaning towards the first book, but it might be in that third book. The first book seemed more like the charter and setting up the town. I'm thinking they may have had something to do with the vault doors and stuff, but at the same time, it may have to do with the activities found in that third book.
Okay, so if you're going to keep doing that, I'm going to keep working on this.
Well, do we want to go check out to see if the Lonely Mountain portal is working at all?
I mean, that's just popping a key into a holster. We
Yeah,
can do
I mean,
that
that-
real quick.
I mean,
We don't have to
that
actually
could
go through
be
the
what
portal.
you got. I don't want you guys just standing around staring at me for 2 hours while I read a book.
Hey, Car, you want to go help me check this portal thing out?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to come with?
Yeah, I'll
Oh, yeah.
keep working on the tongs then.
And I'll
Has
just-
it been a week since I asked for that painting?
Yes, the paint isn't get done.
Okay, I want to go find that.
Hopefully she worked on it up here. And not down below.
Oh, ask. Okay,
It's up in the tree.
okay. I'll go find that and try to get the naughty to help me find a ribbon to tie around it.
They can get that for you easily.
Okay.
Trying to see which of my notebooks I have something written down in real quick. Okay. So you take this stone. Who all's going on that?
I'm going with Nadette.
Winky, are you going with anyone?
I'm going with that.
Okay. So the three of y'all go to the portal room. Actually, I'm going to try something. I don't know if I can do this.
Uh-oh. That, you want to take the charge on this one, my friend?
I'm going to test something, Core. I'm going to see if this means you can't hear us. Or does it only mean you can't hear me?
Okay. I cannot hear you. Can anyone hear Charles? I am deaf. I hear no one. I see lips moving. I have nothing on the recording, by the way. So if you guys
Alright.
want this on the stream, I'll have to just take my headset off.
No, this is going to be out of, instead of going into Whisper, I can do this and stay with the cameras, everything. You just won't hear it, and the stream won't hear it either until you come back and people talk about it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to mute the three of y'all that are not going so that the three who are going can be talked to without us all staying here.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
Ooh.
All right?
That's cool.
Hopefully we'll get
Yeah,
some
it's server
crazy
deafen
facial
and
reactions.
server mute.
Don't know what that's happened, but hopefully that was good.
can like elemental powers go through portals?
I can hear
Yeah.
again.
The three of y'all make it back down to the basement,
Oh.
and Eve, you've gotten back with your painting.
Yay.
Guys, that portal is crazy. So there's a bunch of water in it with eels all around in there. It's about
Eels?
waste. It's about eels.
Yeah,
eels.
like the slithery kind of sea serpent type
And they
thing.
get big and they grow. They get bigger. And for me, it's waist deep. So same for Needip and Metallo. So
I mean, that
That's
doesn't
the-
sound terrible. I mean, I was a little worried that the whole thing was going to be collapsed.
and Needip punch.
Yeah, well, in about the 30 seconds that we had the portal open, we had about 10 eels come through the portal. And
With water
was
coming out.
everywhere.
with water coming
And
out.
it was pretty
Into the
bad
tree?
smelling. It's pretty
Yeah,
pretty
into
foul.
the portal room. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me ask this: are the eels something we can eat?
No,
Or-
no, the water smelled like feces. It's
Oh,
pretty,
God.
Yeah, it was black and dirty.
It's pretty bad.
I was wondering if we could feed them to the spiders.
No, I don't. Maybe,
It would make them sick.
maybe for the spiders.
It would make them sick.
I was thinking maybe their skin for crafting, but I don't know. The
Were
water
they
smelled really
demonic
The water
in
is
nature?
We didn't have time to check that out, actually.
It's icky and black.
Hmm.
I mean,
That's
there's
what
a
it
few
was.
of them that are still dead down there. If you want to kind of go check them out.
I mean, I'm still reading.
I
Yeah,
can
I'm
read
still
it.
working on these tongs. I'm more concerned about that than really what. But
Oh,
okay.
okay.
But we know it
Uh,
still works.
All I wanted to know was, does the key work? The key
So-
works.
I can
So
read
there-
it.
it looks like we could get through there too somewhere
Yes.
if we retrace our steps. Okay.
Yes. We might need to.
There's one thing y'all didn't think about.
What?
The key is the key you just found in the mountain. You don't know where it goes.
Yeah, does it go to the mountain?
You don't
Because
have a key to
Because
the
there
mountain.
was a lady
You used
down
your
there.
key to get out.
There was a lady down there that went somewhere.
I don't know this lady. I wasn't with you guys.
So the
for this
key may
one.
not actually go to the Lonely Mountain.
You just found it
Hey.
in the room with the portals in the Lonely Mountain.
Was it a lady or was it a guy?
It was a lich,
Okay. We'll go with.
and you can't tell what he was because it's just skeleton.
We'll go with they.
Yes.
So I was thinking of shocking the water in there,
Okay.
but I realized.
But
if
you
I
would be
can't- I
standing
can't-
in it.
Yeah,
You-
But what
Yeah.
we would have to do is I would have to shock the water, and then someone would have to pull me in right after, pull me out of it, if that happens.
Car, were you able to feel anything with your water blessing?
He doesn't
I
have.
didn't actually
control.
go through the portal.
Oh.
I waited for Winky went in first to kind of test the waters. No pun intended. But to see what was going on, and he came running back out as water was spilling out and eels. So we were trying to deal with all that, and we decided to pull the crystal out of the portal so that the water would stop coming into the portal room. And
He
eels,
punched the
for that
crystal
matter.
and smashed it. I'm
But
He punched an eel.
yeah,
we can actually make a plan for this, and we can actually make a plan for this later. But yeah, that's just kind of what happened. It's one of those things. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think it's a good idea, especially with a half a group.
Could we build
Well,
like a
I mean,
little...
the plan was not to explore beyond the portal, just to see if it worked.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why we were like, yeah,
It does
no,
work.
let's just- yeah. It's like when you're like, oh, I wonder what this hose does and where the water goes, and then you're like, oh crap, turn it off real quick. It's kind of what
It's like when the toilet starts running up and you're like, there's going to be crap everywhere.
right. Exactly.
Well, We could build a little dam around the door at the appropriate height.
With a what?
maybe.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking, and
I was thinking the same thing.
Keeps
Yep.
the water in that way, or find some way to make a pedestal on the other side so that Winky could
Yeah.
electrify the water.
I'm for building the blockage on the other side of the portal because having standing stagnant poop water just sitting
Yeah.
there in the portal room is not
Oh,
Yeah.
guys, I think
my
I
idea.
I mean,
to-
initially we'll need to build something on this
Yes,
side so it doesn't
I have-
continue to come in. Then you build something on the other side and dam it up, and
And then we go with
guys,
a.
I have
One thing I am thinking though is
Dike.
maybe we can find a way to have this water drain into the ground around the tree as a fertilizer.
I have an
Do you want
idea.
to try to get some sample of the water and see if it's?
yeah, it may not
what's
be
in it?
viable for such a
I
thing.
mean, we could
Um,
go through some
This is true.
alchemists to see what's.
Hold
gonna-
on, Winky. What are you trying to say?
I have an idea to shock the water. We take something like metallic that's long enough to go into the water up in there and out the other end. So when
Yeah, just
we electrocute
Stick your
it,
hammer halfway through and then electrify your hammer.
So just a really long lightning rod that's sticking to the water, and you just
Yeah,
well on
like
one end of the.
a javelin attached to an iron chain. Throw the javelin through and then smack the iron chain with your hammer. How
What?
about that?
no,
You
I can
shouldn't
just
be
shock it
affected
with
by
my.
your own electricity, so you can just go in and just electrify everything.
Is that true? Am I not affected by electricity?
You
By
are
your
affected by
own.
electricity,
By your own electricity is what he said.
but in water,
once,
it would bounce back.
yeah, I would say once you electrocute the water would then reverberate and possibly bring it back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not immune to
Yep.
electricity, just like he was not immune to fire.
It would not be something you would necessarily want to test.
You know, I
You
have
could do a
an
finger maybe and try it out one time.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Is the water have oil in it? If there's oil in it, we can burn it.
Well, I mean, you could also check for methane. You could just explode everything.
I'm gonna run back down.
I can
to
just
the portal
cast a
room.
fireball in there.
I'm gonna run back down.
Oh
to the
my
portal
gosh,
room
it's
and try to-
going in the direction.
Before you guys go, can you guys do some
I've already
prestidigitation to
gone.
get that smell off of you
I'm already
and out of this
I'm already
area?
gone. I'm already gone down to the portal room, and I'm trying to collect the water that's standing. Hopefully, it hasn't gone anywhere yet.
All right, I'm ignoring them and working on the tongs.
I'm reading
Yeah.
and suggesting
Yeah,
they get
I've
cleaned up.
already
Nerd.
collected. I'm going down. To
It is
collect the
almost
water.
10 o'clock. Do you want to stop here?
Yes, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All
Are
right.
y'all trying to figure out what to do with poop water?
Yeah.
Poop water? It's really poop
Poop
water?
water and poop
We.
eels.
Poop eels?
All right,
Poop eels.
Well, they're
guys.
swimming in poop water, so
What?
Yeah. Poop eels. Poop water. Poop eels.
You guys say bye to the stream.
It's
Bye to the stream.